I mean, I did have the cell phone, and it is what it is.
If you or someone you know has a dispute, don't take the law into your own hands. Let Judge Faith rule on it for you. To submit your case, go to judgefaith.com and tell us your story. See you in court.
Honest, hardworking families. That's the people of the Quad Cities. People who lift you up when life knocks you down. People who honor their word and keep their promises. People who stand up and fight for what's right. Here at WQAD News 8, we admire these hardworking and determined people, and it's our privilege to share their stories. Hard work, determination. It's what we stand for at WQAD News 8.
Sports Science, Sundays at 4:30 p.m., followed by the Tim McCarver Show at 5 on WQAD MyTV 8-3 and Mediacom Channel 716.
Baseball on WGN Sports. Tonight it is Game 2 of a 4-game weekend series between the Cubs and the Reds. Great to have you with us, Jim DeShays and Len Casper. You never know what you're going to get when you go to a major league ballpark. And last night, we saw a no-hitter from Jake Arrieta.
Yeah, very impressive stuff. Number 2 for Mr. Arrieta, you know, and he really was not sharp, particularly sharp, especially early on. And oh, by the way, helped his cause with the bat as well. Everybody got in on the act offensively for the Cubs last night, but the headline remains Jake Arrieta, his second career no-hitter. Got a lot of weak contact, a lot of ground ball outs against the Reds hitters. He struck out 6. He was good certainly when he needed to be, and then finished a strong and just a brilliant performance from Jake last night.
That double play ball was big at the end of the 6th because his pitch count was up, but he was most efficient in the final 3 innings.
Yeah, he was real good early on in terms of the pitch count, then kind of labored a little bit, if you will, through the middle, and then tight again at the end. And party on, boys, party on.
David Ross catching his first career no-hitter. John Lackey's been in the big leagues for a long time. It's the first one he had ever witnessed in person. You see the 15th in Cubs history, his second in his last 11 starts, and we keep wondering if he can get better, and I guess the answer is yes.
Yeah, you asked me in spring training, can Arrieta be better this year than last? And I said, I don't know. I don't think so, but I may be wrong.
Well, let's talk about the team. The Cubs are 12-4, off to one of the best starts in club history, and look at the numbers. I mean, the run differential, they're outscoring their opponents by 60 runs in 16 games.
Yeah, I love that. Best since ever. Well, they have the best pitching in Major League Baseball with that 2.14 ERA. They've scored the most runs in Major League Baseball, and that's why they're winning so many games.
Well, they scored 16 last night. Let's see if John Lester can get some run support tonight. We'll talk about the starting pitching matchup when we return to Cincy.
Everybody down here made everything so easy for us.
They helped walk us through all of the decisions that needed to be handled.
Just the little things that you really appreciate.
We try to provide a service and try to anticipate their needs before they have to ask us for something.
I couldn't believe the job they did. It was amazing, just amazing.
They're extraordinary.
They were tops. It meant a lot.
Esterdahl, serving the community since 1891.
My daddy guarantees all his cars with his all-new Weber warranty. All vehicles have been fully inspected by our shop and priced below book value. Plus, Weber has financing you can afford. We work with local institutions to ensure you receive the best possible rate and convenient terms. My dad says it takes quality vehicles, great prices, and you must treat people right. Weber Auto Group. If you're looking for a used car, we got your baby.
What if there was a place where you could test drive John Deere equipment, talk to product experts, and get special coupons worth hundreds off tractors, gators, and more? Well, you found it. It's Drive Green Demo Days, and it's here. The fun starts now.
Join us for our Drive Green event at River Valley Turf in Davenport, April 18th to 23rd. This event won't last long. Hurry in now.
Bills.
Hey, you.
Me?
Yes, you, with bills stacking up so high you can't move.
Wait, how did you know?
Losing sleep worrying about money?
Yeah.
Haven't you heard about Midwest Title Loans?
No.
You can have the cash you need in just 15 minutes. All you need is a free and clear car title and photo ID. There's no hassle, no credit check, and you keep driving your car.
So what are you waiting for? Give us a call at 877-511-CASH.
Midwest Title Loans. Take charge of your life today.
Chicago Cubs baseball is brought to you by Budweiser. Not backing down since 1876. This Bud's for you. Honda. Get amazing deals at the Honda Dream Garage Sales Event now at your Honda dealer. State Farm. Combine your car and home insurance with State Farm and start saving. Call your State Farm agent today or find one at statefarm.com. Mattress Firm, where we want you to sleep happy guaranteed. Remember, if it's over 8, it's time to replace. Your Chicago area and Northwest Indiana Lexus dealer. And by Southwest Airlines. Transparency, low fares, nothing to hide. Back here in Cincinnati, John Lester owns a no-hitter early in his career with the Boston Red Sox, and he'll pitch for the Cubs tonight.
Yeah, he pitched very well last time out against the Colorado Rockies. Didn't get any run support, allowed just one run, and Nolan Arenado home run, suffered the loss in that ball game. John Moscott, a young right-hander, making just his 5th major league start, and with the carnage that the Cubs dropped on the Reds pitching staff last night, I imagine he didn't sleep particularly well last night.
So the lefty Lester, the righty Moscott, and oh, by the way, the Cubs had 18 hits and 16 runs last night. Chris Bryant knocked in 6. Everybody on the infield except for Addison Russell hit a home run. Game 2 is next.
Accidents happen. NationServe of Quad Cities can fix it. We make garage door repair quick and simple. We service all makes and models with experienced technicians with the expertise to get it done right the first time and professional integrity you can trust. Call us today for your free estimate and see why the Quad Cities chooses NationServe for garage door sales and service. NationServe of Quad Cities, locally operated since 1985.
The Spring Rush selling spree is back at Highland Toyota. Get out of your current lease early and into a new Toyota today. A new 2016 RAV4 LE, $229 a month with only $995 down. Or a new 2016 Camry LE, $209 a month with only $995 down. Or a new 2016 Corolla L, $159 a month with only $995 down. During the Spring Rush selling spree at Highland Toyota on John Deere Road and 53rd Street, Moline.
If you dream about a house for your growing family, Mel Foster is there.
Yeah, cool.
If you dream about a house big enough to host family gatherings, Mel Foster is there. And when your dream changes and it's time to downsize into a smaller home, Mel Foster is there. Mel Foster can make your home dream a reality.
Chicago Cubs baseball in high definition is brought to you by Xfinity. Xfinity X1 will change the way you experience TV. Last night, David Ross caught his first career no-hitter in what is scheduled to be his final major league season. He thinks about last year's no-hitter in Los Angeles, and he was not at Dodger Stadium.
Well, for me, I had a little baby girl, a little emergency going on, so I was back home, and I was just like, I'm in my daughter's in the NICU in a incubator, and I'm sitting there with my wife, and I'm falling on my phone, and I mean, we're there in the middle of the night, and it's completely quiet, and I'm flipping on I'm like, let me check the score of the game. So I flip on Twitter, and it's like, no hitter through 7, and my heart's like starts boom, boom, boom. You know, like I've been kind of like sad, and I'm flipping through like, And so like I'm falling and like I'm like, hey, and I won't say anything to my wife, and I'm like, okay, do I say anything? And so I'm watching. She's like, what? I was like, well, we're winning. I think it was like 1 or 2 to nothing. So it was like close game, and Jake's doing pretty good. So I was like scrolling down, and he gets it, and I wanted to scream. I mean, it was like maybe the happiest and saddest moment combined into one, because I was like, you know, like I'm here and I got to be here, you know, and I'm missing out on one of the greatest, you know, history, you know, and for the guys who, I mean, again, this team is so special. You love these guys, and so I was so sad that I wasn't there, but I knew I had to be here. And my wife, she's like, are you sad you're here? I'm like, no, you can't. It's my family. Like, come on, you know, like, come on, give me a break. Would I like this to all went a little differently? Yes, but whatever. You know, God has a plan. So I was there, and it was one of those things. I just want to scream in this NICU, and it's like, you know, it's a sad area, and it was a real conflicting emotional moment for me. And then I don't know if the first thing I did when I got back in the clubhouse, when I got back to this guy, I just gave this dude the biggest hug. I mean, what a great human being, and we all know how filthy is pitcher, but for him to do that in LA with his family and on onesie travel night, it was really cool to watch.
That's great stuff from David Ross, and he was right in the middle of it last night, catching a no-hitter for the first time. Had a big night at the plate as well. He homered, scored 3 runs, and let's get the Cubs starting lineup, and it's brought to you by Southwest. The Cubs last night out-hit their opponent by 18 for the first time since July 3rd, 1945. Fowler, Hayward, Bryant at the top. Chris is going to be in the outfield to start it. Rizzo, Zobrist, Baez playing third. Russell, the shortstop. Ross in there again, and it's John Lester's turn tonight, batting ninth.
Reds defensively, Adam Duvall will play left. Tyler Holt in center. Billy Hamilton still out of action with a thumb, bad thumb, injured thumb, sore thumb. Jay Bruce is in right. He can really turn it loose. He's got a big arm. Suarez has had some defensive struggles. Cozart and Phillips solid up the middle. Phillips and Votto have been together for over 900 games on the right side of that Reds infield. That's a franchise record. Devin Mesoraco will do the catching here this evening, and John Muscott, 24-year-old right-hander, will pitch for Cincinnati. So he made 3 starts last year before getting hurt. He's made 1 so far this year. So 4 big league starts, 1 up, 1 down, and a .467 ERA. Fastball right around league average in terms of velocity, slider, curve, and a changeup.
Cubs had their first 4 hitters in the on-deck circle as the starter was getting loose. Umpires, that's Greg Gibson back at the plate. Ed Hickox, Mike Estabrook, and the crew chief Dana DeMuth, who was the balls and strikes umpire last night, and it just started raining. They were manning the tarp during the national anthem, waiting for possible rain. So it doesn't appear as though this will be a big deal, as we're going to play through it. Dexter Fowler to start it. First pitch last night, he doubled off the wall in center. And he takes ball 1 here tonight. .61 degrees. See a little blue sky across the river as Fowler lines to Votto. Diving grab by Joey Votto for the first out.
Dexter Fowler has been locked in for a good while now. It's so impressive to watch him swing the bat. Catches a tough break here as Votto's well positioned to make that stab.
Lights are already on. Looks like just a big rain cloud over top of us. Hopefully it'll be gone here shortly. Jason Hayward takes ball 1. 2 hits, 2 walks, 2 runs. He caught the final out and quickly gave the ball to Jake Arrieta. He's got his average up to 200 and has been hitting the ball hard a lot here lately. It was a rough night for Reds pitchers last night. Starter Finnegan gave up 5. Melville, he got designated for assignment today, allowed 4. Hayes in his big league debut gave up 4. Wood allowed 3. They were all scathed.
Yeah, it was a good team loss for the Reds. I mean, they got no hit, and their pitchers really got knocked around too. So nobody could point fingers at anybody else and say, "Well, we did our job, but you didn't do yours." Scott looks like he likes to work quickly. Profiles is kind of a mid back of the rotation type guy because he doesn't have great stuff, but a polished right-hander. He was a 4th-round pick in 2012 out of Pepperdine University.
Is bounced to Brandon Hyde, the Cubs' first base coach. Another payoff delivery and another foul.
Reds have had some injury issues with their pitching staff, and they've had some performance issues too with the bullpen. So there's been some turnover already out there in that pen. Has gone to a bullpen by committee. They've designated a couple of guys and a couple others out to the minor leagues. You read their press notes, and it's like, this guy's going to start a rehab assignment. Player act, Lamb, DeSclafani, Homer Bailey.
Hayward draws the walk. And Bailey pitched in a AAA game last night. They selected right-hander J.C. Ramirez from Louisville and designated Tim Melville after last night's game. So a lot of these guys in that bullpen are on high alert. They've got to perform, and I guess if you're AAA, you're kind of waiting for your opportunity. Chris Bryant's night was overshadowed. 4 for 6, 2 home runs, including a grand slam, knocked in 6, scored 4 times. Some interesting coincidences in terms of the Arrieta no-hitters in Los Angeles on August 30th last year and last night here. In both games, Bryant hit a 2-run homer in the first inning off a lefty. It was off Finnegan last night, Alex Wood in L.A. The only starting player in the Cubs lineup without a hit in those 2 games was Addison Russell, a combined 0 for 10, although he lined out 4 times last night.
Yeah, excuse me, I saw him in the clubhouse this afternoon. I said, man, you just need to aim better. That was a tough offer to take. With all the hitting that was going on, he just could not find a hole.
Homer Bailey, currently on the DL, he and Jake Arrieta have been workout partners in the offseason in Austin, Texas, and they both own 2 career no-hitters. 2-0 on Bryant.
Yeah, you start, throwing multiple no-hitters, you get into pretty select company.
Runner goes, the pitch is a strike, the throw is late. Second stolen base for Hayward.
In as many tries. Cubs don't do a lot of running. They have some guys that are capable, and Hayward is among them.
Cubs' 7th steal in 9 attempts. And he is the only one with more than 1. Meantime, 2-1 on Bryant. Here's the pitch. It's 3-1. Rizzo on deck.
Yeah, so that's the conundrum that Moscott is faced with here. How aggressive are you with Brian, who hit 2 bombs here last night on 3-1? You've got a base open, but you got Rizzo on deck.
Green has already stopped. Bryant lines out. So both outs have been seeds hit right at the corner infield. Scott already wearing his 3rd uniform this year, starting the season on the DL with a strained left intercostal muscle, so pitched for Daytona in the Florida State League on his rehab assignment, and then started AAA. This is his 2nd in the big leagues this season. Made his debut last year. 1-0 on Rizzo. He hit a 3-run homer last night, his 2nd in 2 days. Could have been 3, but had 1 taken away by Randall Grichuk. Ground ball foul. You mentioned last night there weren't a ton of difficult defensive plays. There were a couple tricky ones. Bryant made one, Rizzo the other, to retire Joey Votto. Right before that, there was a pickoff play at first. Suarez nailed by David Ross, and Rizzo said if that didn't happen and Votto had hit that same ground ball, it would have been a base hit because he would have been playing on the bag.
Yeah.
It's always fun to go back retroactively. Yeah, sure. Say, well, if that didn't happen, this wouldn't have happened. The good news is it did. Here's the 2-1, and he's behind yet another Cub hitter.
Yeah, and I think, you got a young pitcher, 5th major league start, witnessing all the damage the Cubs did last night. You could see where he would come into the start being a little tentative. What we have witnessed, though, is the guys who have had success against the Cubs this year have been very aggressive. And I think of those 2 right-handers from the Rockies, Bettis and Chatwood, were really aggressive with their fastballs in their starts. They both pitched effectively.
So he's walked 2. And it'll bring up Ben Zobrist, who had a big night last night as well, including his first home run as a Cub. And you see, Moscott has struggled in the first couple of innings of his starts and then has settled in later.
Zobrist single double home run last night, his first home run in a Cub uniform on a pitch up in his eyes. Rode it out of here to right field. So that was probably good enough to be the 3rd star in the ball game last night, that single double home run performance. Chris Bryant with a grand slam and 2 home runs, 6 driven in, your 2nd star.
You're acing out David Ross?
Yeah, I don't know.
Not room for all these guys.
I don't know.
Center field, Tyler Holt makes the catch. Inning over. Cubs lead 2. Lester takes the ball when we come back.
Jake takes the mound, you kind of sit back and say, wow.
Before the game, I felt slightly off. Didn't really have crisp stuff.
He didn't have the best warm-up. There's either going to be two things to happen out there. He either has a bad game or he's going to have one of the best games.
Defense was sharp.
By the 6th or 7th inning,
everything was just kind of rolling.
We did it, and it was awesome. That game solidified that this guy's the Cy Young winner.
That just seemed to be my night to have something special like that happen.
Last night, the Cincinnati Reds were no hit in the regular season for the first time since June 23rd, 1971. They went 7,109 games between being no hit. Cozart, Suarez, Votto, they were all in the lineup. So was Phillips and Mesoraco and Bruce. Adam Duvall in left. Tyler Holt, the only change 1 through 8. He's going to play center tonight. And the pitcher Moscott hitting ninth.
A little different look for the Cubs defensively here tonight as Chris Bryant gets another start in the outfield. He's in left. Dexter Fowler patrols center. Jason Hayward's in right. Javi Baez starts at third tonight. Russell Zobrist, Rizzo round out the infield. David Ross behind the plate. And our Cubs starting pitchers brought to you by Blue Cross Blue Shield of Illinois. The card to carry through it all. 3 starts for John. Quality work each time he's gone to the mound this year. 1-1 with a 2.21 earned run average.
I bet you want to know the longest active streak now after the Reds were no hit last night.
I saw that.
I'm going to tell you. Yeah. Lester with a strike on Cozart. The Oakland A's were the last no hit, July 14th, 1991. 3,913 games ago. Cozart pops it up. Ross in foul territory. Makes the grab for the out. Cozart had his 10-game hitting streak to start the year. Snapped last night. He's 0 for 5 now to begin the series.
Seems to me that 1991 was a big year for no-hitters. 90 or 91, there was like 7
You're
of them.
right. Nolan.
Yeah. Saberhagen, Alvarez, Martinez, Flanagan.
That
was a combined.
Dennis Martinez, perfect game.
Yep.
One strike on Eugenio Suarez. He made the final out last night.
There were 7 no-nos thrown that year. The one against Oakland was a combined no-hitter. A 4-pitcher effort. And if you can rattle that off the top of your head, you go to the head of the class. John has been
1 and 2.
Really solid here in the early going, keeping the ball down around the knees. He's made good use of the curveball. 128 career wins for John, places him 9th among active pitchers.
He no-hit the Kansas City Royals May 19th, 2008 at Fenway Park. Allowed 2 base runners on walks. Struck out 9. Pulled foul. Deep breath by the lefty. Here's his 2-2 pitch. It's bounced to short. Russell throws him out. Well, let's see what social media had to say last night. The Dodgers tweeted out, "Hey Reds, Arrieta no-hitter support group meets on Mondays." The Reds replied, "We'll bring the bud." 5 Cubs home runs proved to be enough. Yeah, that's the alternate universe. Recap: Reds draw 4 walks versus Cubs.
That's looking on the bright side, isn't it? And John Lester tweeted, how am I going to follow that up?
I'm amazed John Lackey had never witnessed one before in the major leagues.
Joe Madden's now been part of 9 no-hitters. Either his club has pitched or been thrown against him.
I think he said 10.
See, I saw a note today that said 9. He's only getting credit for 9.
Okay. Joey Votto, 0 for 19, longest 0 for of his career, including 0 for 3 last night, and that's now over. You saw he was choking way up on the bat, and he's got the Reds' first hit of the series. He was quoted in the Cincinnati Enquirer. This is great. My swing is a fine piece of machinery. Everyone wants to rush the Ferrari, but it comes out every 4 to 6 years. It takes time. So he's been doing a lot of extra work. I also found it interesting, JD, that when the idea was posed to him, you're just hitting into bad luck with the shifting. He said, no, my job is to hit it where the defenders are not.
It was a great example of right there. He didn't swing at that pitch as much as he blocked it down the third base line. Lester kind of gave him a look of disdain, like, what are you doing, man? What kind of a swing is that?
When you're 0 for 19, style points don't really matter. Low and inside on Brandon Phillips. He had 5 Prince songs queued up in the ballpark last night for all of his at-bats, but he only was allowed to play 3 because of how well Arrieta pitched. And we will be featuring Prince tonight on a fan cam as well. Bounce back to Lester, and he will underhand to Rizzo, and the inning is over. We played 1 from Cincinnati. 0-0.
Honest, hardworking, neighbors who take a stand and protect the great way of life we all share. These are shining examples of what's right in the Quad Cities. People taking control, improving their schools, their neighborhoods. Hard work, determination. It's what we stand for at WQAD News 8.
Goods Furniture, 3 blocks, 12 multi-level buildings, all packed full of furniture, food, and fun. Goods Furniture offers a wide selection of furniture choices for every room in your house to fit every budget. Spend the day shopping, enjoying lunch in the Wine Cellar restaurant, and strolling through the shops at Market Square. Enjoy a relaxing night in one of our suites, followed by a delicious breakfast. Take the short drive today to see the Goods difference. Goods Furniture in Kewanee, Illinois.
What if there was a place where you could test drive John Deere equipment, talk to product experts, and get special coupons worth hundreds off tractors, gators, and more? Well, you found it. It's Drive Green Demo Days, and it's here. The fun starts now.
Join us for our Drive Green event at River Valley Turf in Davenport, April 18th to 23rd. This event won't last long. Hurry in now.
4x for scenic routes that only you find scenic. For the great outdoors and the great indoors. For knowing boundaries are there to be crossed.
4x4 today, tomorrow, and never say
Jeep Cherokee. It's how we live 4x forever. Get 0% APR for 75 months or $2,500 combined cash allowance plus $500 bonus cash on 2016 Cherokee models.
Find out how at safekids.org.
Hey, Cub fans, if you want to manage the game along with Joe Madden, log on to WGNTV.com. Right now, click on the WGN Sports Game Zone banner to connect to all the up-to-the-minute stats and info while watching at home. Game Zone is sponsored by The Great Escape. Pools, patio furniture, hot tubs, and more. Everything you need to have more fun at home this summer. Thankfully, Batman was not in the Reds lineup last night.
Cape Crusader in the house. Probably a big Caleb Cotham fan.
Scott walked 2 in the first. Did not give up a run. Here's Javier Baez making his 4th start since coming off the DL, his 3rd different position, second, short, and tonight playing 3rd. interesting, that ground ball to Russell, watching Baez go after it aggressively like a shortstop would, as he pokes that one into right for the Cubs' first hit.
Yeah, I think Joe really values Baez because of his versatility, and he's such a good defender. So you got Lester out there, lefty, who, you know, the typical Lester start, he gets a lot of ground balls to the left side of the infield. With Russell and Baez over there, you essentially have two shortstops covering that side.
Well, I guess it's like a band playing its hit first in the set. If there are fans here who showed up looking for another no-hitter tonight, I guess they can leave now and the baseball fans can stay. Well, so much for that.
People chase after a no-hitter. I want to be the first person ever to go see back-to-back no-no.
Right.
Although it wouldn't be the first time it happened, right? Didn't the Reds and the Astros years ago, I believe. Was it Jim Maloney and Don Wilson in back-to-back days?
Well, I just go back to the you never know what you're going to see when you go to the park. Baez runs. The pitch is high and the throw is high as well. And Baez, interesting, goes head first. Even though he suffered that thumb injury on a head first slide that put him on the DL.
He got a great jump. Yeah, and I think it's just, you know, some guys are just not comfortable going feet first.
I know he's been trying to do that, but yeah, it's not easy. That's kind of all you've known. Swing and a miss. 2-2 on Russell.
Well, it seems like Addison Russell should have a little good fortune coming his way, as well as he hit the ball last night and having nothing to show for it. A little slow roller, a blooper for a knock tonight would be fitting. Seen that batting average dip below 200 now.
And he stays alive.
Yeah, slider is a go-to pitch for Moscott when he's trying to put somebody away, put a right-handed hitter away.
Reds are 8-8, 7-3 at home. They have lost 7 in a row to the Cubs, including 5 in a row here in Cincinnati for the first time since the early 70s. Two with Baez taking off for third, and he got another good jump.
Cub fans, Cubs return home Tuesday night, April 26th. Start of a 6-game homestand featuring the Brewers and the Braves. Tickets are going fast. Visit Cubs.com today and plan now for the games you'd like to see. And just a reminder, metal detectors are now at all Wrigley Field gates, so give yourself plenty of time to enter the ballpark. Cubs.com/security for information.
By Cozart, and he gets Russell, but Baez is at third with 1 out, and here comes Ross. So he ducked his head into Joe's office, told a great story about everyone still was talking about last night. And this is a great baseball moment. He said, Oftentimes when one of the kids has a good game, and Brian or Rizzo or somebody says, hey, nice game last night. They say, thanks. He goes, turn the page, boys. But that's the mentality. Good or bad, the next day you have a blank slate again. As much fun as it was, he wanted everybody to get focused on tonight.
He's essentially a player coach. He's revered by his teammates. They respect his opinion. Well, he hit 19 home runs in a season here with the Reds a few years back. This is #1 this season for him.
Numbers compiled as a member of the Reds. 6:07. Infield in. Pop down the right field line. Bruce with a long run, and he makes the catch on the move. Baez to the plate. The throw there is late. And I hope he's all right. And right now he's on his back and he's grimacing. It's 1-0 Cubs on the sac fly by Ross.
Good aggressive tag there, and with pitcher coming up next and Bruce on the move, certainly made sense for Baez to tag and go. Smiles as he heads into the dugout. It's good to see him come out of that in one piece.
So John Lester has an early lead.
Maybe Javi should wear hockey gloves when he runs the bases.
It's just the way he plays. Lester, deep left. And caught right on the edge of the warning track by Duvall. Another good swing by Cubs pitcher. 1-0 Cubs.
Remains found on Big Island identified. Who he was and how long he's been missing. Then, McDonald's all-day breakfast. Will it stay or go? Tonight at 9 on WQAD MyTV 8-3.
Honey, the cable bill got us again. We need a little help in here.
With Done Right Satellite, lock in your rate for 2 years. Get the best technology with the Hopper. Watch and record 16 shows at once. Plus, get integrated Netflix in 4K.
I feel like if we would have switched to Dish Network sooner, it could have saved me a lot of pain.
And money.
Visit Done Right Satellite to learn more about their great products and services.
It was 39 hours difference between when he left and when she left.
I certainly can't imagine going through one funeral, let alone both funerals at the same time for my parents.
Everybody down here made everything so easy for us.
I try to put myself in their position of what I would want, and I try to make sure that that's taken care of for them when they arrive so that they aren't having to ask us for something.
I couldn't believe the job they did. It was amazing. Just amazing.
Esterdahl, serving the community since 1891.
Lindstrom's in downtown Galesburg, your source for quality electronics and home appliances. Lindstrom's brand source has now added Serta mattresses, America's #1 mattress manufacturer. Serta is now on display in our new bed salon at Lindstrom's. Choose from Serta iSeries, iComfort, or Serta Perfect Sleeper beds. Our knowledgeable experts at Lindstrom's are here to help you get a better night's sleep. Find value with Serta mattresses at Lindstrom's in downtown Galesburg, your brand source headquarters.
Live radar when you need it. Download the Storm Tracking weather app today.
2-1 pitch, ground ball over the middle. Charged by Vizquel, bare hands and a no-hitter.
It's your speed replay brought to you by Xfinity. Chris Bosio, the Cubs pitching coach, threw a no-hitter as a Mariner on this date, April 22nd, 1993. A 7-0 win over the Boston Red Sox. He was sicker than a dog. He was throwing up all over the place before the game. And it ended up being the best performance of his career. Speed replay brought to you by Xfinity. Xfinity X1 will change the way you experience TV.
Yeah, he walked the first 2 batters in that game. And then was perfect the rest of the way. Third career start for John in this ballpark. Pitched here twice last year. Pitched well both times. Struck out 19. Walked only 1 in those 2 starts. This is his second go at the Reds this year. Got a no decision back on April 11th. Went 6 innings, allowed 5 hits, 3 runs. Cubs won that ball game 5-3.
On Mesoraco, and he foul tips for strike 3.
Slipped a heater right by him. 92 miles an hour. Mesoraco a little tardy. Busy time of the year yet out there.
Not quite yet. Jay Bruce quoted after the game, "It's the most dominating baseball game I've ever been a part of." We heard similar statements after the 8 shutout innings against the Rockies from the other side the last time out, and in both cases Jake and guys in the clubhouse were like, yeah, he was good. He was all right.
Yeah, he was. It wasn't a vintage Arrieta. Fans, don't forget to check out Len and JD's baseball blog at WGNTV.com. The blog is sponsored by Jeff Vukovich, your nationwide insurance agent, serving the area for 38 years. To join the nation, contact Jeff at jeffvuk.com. Nationwide is on your side.
Fly to right as Hayward makes a catch.
Down on his bat. You get the sense he felt like he hit that one better. Should have got a little more jump.
comes. Another ball well hit and caught by Chris Bryant. Chris Bryant with that big night last night. He'll bat third in the third.
When it comes to orthopedic care for injuries, you want the best. Dr. Hoffman is an expert in total joints and sports medicine. Dr. Cobb has expertise in new, minimally invasive procedures of the hand and upper extremities. Dr. Dolphin is the area's leader in spine surgery. Dr. Mendel is a specialist for foot and ankle, total joints, and sports medicine. Orthopedic specialists will get you back in the game.
You know who drives one of these all-new Chrysler Pacificas? A considerate and caring father. I mean, with all these safety features, it says behind these sea blue eyes is a nurturer. I got an idea. And that's great for my dad brand.
You're so funny, Daddy.
I know I am.
Get 0% APR financing plus $1,000 bonus cash for current owners of FCA vehicles on the all-new 2017 Pacifica.
Antenna TV is your match. TV how it was meant to be.
On Antenna TV, WQAD 8-2.
I don't know about you, but these days I'm looking for all kinds of ways to save money. Here at WQAD News 8, we know the rising cost of living is hurting Quad City families. That's why we're constantly exploring ways to save money. Groceries, health insurance, utility bills, even daycare. We pledge to give you the tools to help you cut your bills down to size. Hard work, determination. It's what we stand for at WQAD News 8.
For kids.
Hey, Chicagoland viewers, it's time for the Subway third inning triple play promotion. Text Subway 3 to 97999. Right now, the 300th texter will win a $30 gift card to a Subway restaurant in the Chicagoland area. Subway, fresh is what we do. Yeah, getting in the weather report. There are some ominous clouds passing through. They might just be ordering food for after the game.
They're playing words with friends. They say, no, short blop is not a word. You can't play short blop.
QI works, but QE doesn't? I don't get it.
What is the deal?
Curve strike to Dexter Fowler. Cubs lead 1-0 on a David Ross sacrifice fly.
Moss got a little good fortune in the first inning. He walked a couple, gave up a couple rockets for outs.
Blown outside. 2-2. And the pitch. One hopper to Phillips. Send us your selfies, and we may consider using them in our fan cam segment. The hashtag is WGN Cubs. Cubs and Joe Madden fans on that picture, and we will be featuring Prince tonight in our fan cam segment. That sounded like the Pretty Things. That's a good tune. Ball one on Jason Hayward. He walked and stole a base in the first inning. Dana DeMute just made the call. Adam Duvall with a diving, sliding catch.
Joe asking for a little time to review this one. Duvall looked a little indecisive, but at the end of the day appears to have made a spectacular catch. He made a real nice play back at Wrigley when the Reds were in town. Diving to the backhand side. Looks like a clean catch. Wow. Hayward continues to hit into hard luck. I think it's a little tip of the cap. Does Duvall from Hayward.
Bryant takes a slider off the outside corner. Happy birthday wishes to Pete Hermes.
Like the scarves? Hermes?
Yes. Bounced foul by Bryant into the Cub dugout. You mentioned Moscott is a product of Pepperdine. 4th round pick 2012. He's from Pacific Palisades. Went to Cuesta College and then Pepperdine, majored in sports medicine.
Can diagnose his own injuries.
Well, he loves the outdoors. He attained Eagle Scout status while in the Boy Scouts. So
he can help you cross the street and tie a fancy knot if need be.
Trip and fall, he can give you a diagnosis. Maybe
some pretty good popcorn too, I bet.
Swing and a miss. Strike 3 to end the inning. Cubs go in order. 1-2-3 for the first time.
Need your garage door or garage door opener repaired or replaced? Call the specialists at NationServe. NationServe is the name you can trust for timely service and quality products. We respond promptly when you call and work quickly and efficiently so you can get on with your day without delay. When it comes to servicing or replacing garage door systems, no one does it better or faster than NationServe.
Wayne Dalton NationServe, 5111 Tremont Avenue in Davenport. Call today.
The Spring Rush selling spree is back at Highland Toyota. Get out of your current lease early and into a new Toyota today. A new 2016 RAV4 LE, $229 a month with only $995 down. Or a new 2016 Camry LE, $209 a month with only $995 down. Or a new 2016 Corolla L, $159 a month with only $995 down. During the Spring Rush selling spree at Highland Toyota on John Deere Road and 53rd Street, Moline.
Really? Free peanuts and popcorn? Really? Really. What game do you want to watch? We got them all. Really? Really. Hungry? We got the best grill in town. Really? Really. Our burgers and tenderloins are amazing. Really? Really. T-shirt, sweatshirt? Really? Really.
Steve's Old Time Tap. Sports. And really, really good food and drinks.
Really?
Hi, I'm Lisa Lynn Eveleth, the founder of Live Fit with Lupus. Come join us for our 3rd annual Racing Festival, Hills of the QC. You can sign up for the half marathon, 10K, 5K, or 1 mile, hosted here at the Blackwatch Room in LeClaire, Iowa. To sign up, go to www.livefitwithlupus.org.
SafeKids.org.
Hey, on Friday, April 29th, the Cubs take on the Braves. First pitch is at 1:20, and up to the first 10,000 fans arriving at the ballpark will receive a Cubs t-shirt presented by the Tennessee Smoky Mountains. Tickets are still available for that Friday game. Visit Cubs.com. Do it today. Very generous mountains. Is that Waldo?
We found him. Ball 1 on Tyler Holt. He's playing center, getting his second start. So Billy Hamilton with a bruised thumb, not in the lineup either of these first 2 nights. 5 for 7 against John Lester, and a pest on the bases. And remember, Hamilton homered off Lester at Wrigley Field last week, so that's a big loss tonight for the Reds against Lester. 2-1.
I would assume Hamilton would be available for pinch running duties later in the ball game. Bolt, if he gets on, will be a threat to run. That's his game. Speedy guy, doesn't have power. John frustrated with himself.
Gets by, and ball 4. Let's step aside and see what's coming up on WGN. Len and JD and our WGN sports crew from Great American Ballpark in Cincinnati. Game 2 of 4. And the pitcher Moscott already showing bunt. And it's fouled. Baez, man, 20 feet away when that ball hit the bat.
Yeah, Zobrist cheating over early, allowing Rizzo to dance around a little bit, trying to keep Holt close and then charging. So this is going to be a tough challenge for Moscott to get something done here with his bunt. Fire Brian Price. I might be tempted to let Holt try to run here. You know, being aware of John's throwing issues at first base, try to steal that bag and then maybe let Moscott try to bunt him along to third base.
There goes the runner, swing and a miss. The throw, however, offline. I don't see any interference at the plate. Ball just got away from Ross. So yeah, say Hamilton's on the lineup, but 8-hitter walks and steals second anyway.
Yeah, he's not Hamilton fast, but he's fast. This time they turn him loose and let Moscott take a whack at one.
Foul tip, strike 3. Second punch out for Lester. And back to the top and Cozart.
That walk to Holt, just the 5th one issued by John this year. He's now struck out 21, so it's a heck of a ratio. After that rough start for him last year, last April, he's really turned things around.
The pitch. Bounce foul to third. Lester 128 career wins against 80 losses. This is his 288th career start. With 1 career relief appearance. 12 complete games, 4 shutouts. As a major league pitcher.
He struggled early on last year and then really turned things around. First 15 starts, he had a 4.03 ERA. And then over his last 20, 271, a whip, walks plus hits per innings pitched, below 1. That's outstanding. And a batting average against it just 209. This year, coming into this ball game, opposing hitters batting 183 against the big lefty. Or the biggie if you prefer. Ooh. Yeah, I'm with you. I'm moving. There's been a couple oohs. Let's check out pitch tracks. Yeah, pitcher's pitch. Bottom of the knees, outside corner.
Well framed as well by David Ross. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. 2 down. You know, Arrieta has obviously stolen all the headlines here, but don't overlook the rest of this rotation. Lester came in with a 2.21. Jason Hamill with a 1 ERA. John Lackey at 3.66, coming off a gem in St. Louis. Kyle Hendricks has the highest ERA of all the starters, but it's 4, and he's pitched better than his numbers would indicate.
Well, the Cubs starters collectively have a 2.19 earned run average.
Holt got to second with no outs. Now there are 2, and he's still there. And Suarez looks at a curve for ball 1.
And that 2.19 ERA is the best in baseball.
Clearly here, Greg Gibson say ball 2. With Votto on deck.
Suarez is a 1 out of 12 in his career against Lester. The one hit a long ball.
On a bounce to the shortstop. So a 3-0 swing. Not a good throw, but Rizzo keeps the bag, and the inning is over. 1-0 Cubs after 3.
So here's $300.
I'm giving you $300.
Because you're awesome. For everything you do for everybody else.
Let's keep the Pay It Forward circle going. If you know someone who gives everything of themselves, we want to give you $300 to give to them. Pay It Forward. Make a nomination at WQAD.com.
Our focus here at Quad Cities Acceleration is on speed and power development while providing a safe and fun environment for training. Workouts are designed to improve our athletes' ability to run faster, jump higher and further, change direction quicker, and build confidence. Utilizing our super treadmills, we see major improvements to speed and running technique. Don't wait another season. Take advantage of what we have to offer today.
Goods, America's Furniture Showplace, just a short drive away in Kewanee, Illinois. Goods Furniture has a wide selection of furniture for every room in your home at prices to fit every budget. Enjoy a relaxing night in one of our suites, followed by a delicious breakfast. Stroll through the shops at Market Square. Find unique gifts, clothing, wine, and so much more. Take the short drive today to see the Goods difference. Goods Furniture in Kewanee, Illinois.
Need help?
Oh, thanks.
Some people think because I'm from Crawford Company, I can solve any problem.
Oh, Julie, will you get my gloves for me, please?
But what we know best is providing Bryan Air Conditioning.
Hey, Mom, have you seen my baseball?
With no high-pressure sales pitch. With great products at a fair price, your problems are solved. Honestly, just call Crawford Company. Now let's finish up this bad boy.
Visit Crawford-Company.com for rebates on affordable air conditioning solutions from Crawford Company.
SafeKids.org.
Lovely rainbow over Kentucky. We talk about blue moons over Kentucky, but it's a rainbow. Let's go back to last night. Anthony Rizzo on Mazda replay cam with a 3-run homer for the Cubs last night. Got a grand slam from Chris Bryant. They got a 3-run homer from Rizzo. They got a 2-run homer from Bryant. And Ross hit a solo shot, so they hit for the homers cycle. And he's now caught Goldschmidt and Stanton for the most homers among NL players since 2013. Good stuff as he digs in. And he drives another one deep to right.
Yeah, and he's been attacking early. And that's a sign that a hitter's seeing the ball well. So comfortable and quiet in the batter's box there. That ball was just, it was dismissed is what it was. It was on its way. He said, get out of here. Just get out of here.
Home run number 6.
Back knee and gone.
Cubs lead 2-0. Popped up off of third. And no play. Okay, let's check out our Southwest Airlines. How far did it fly? 391 feet. Go to WGNTV.com/contest for a chance to win round-trip travel for 2 on Southwest Airlines. We got to update that board we showed you about 2 minutes ago. There you go.
He's the leader now. One better than Goldschmidt and Giancarlo Stanton. Bryce Harper, though, he's shooting up that board in a hurry.
He's going to pass Frazier because Todd's now in the American League.
We could put a stopwatch on these home runs and say, how long did they fly?
3-2 on Zobrist. And the pitch. Another foul out of play. Running a little harder now.
See some umbrellas popping up.
Ball 4.
On Mother's Day, that would be Sunday, May 8th, Wrigley Field is going pink to promote breast cancer awareness. Join us as the Cubs take on the Nationals. First pitch, 120. Up to the first 5,000 fans in the Budweiser bleachers will receive a Cubs Save Second Base t-shirt presented by Advocate Healthcare. Prior to the game, the Cubs will have a special ceremony to honor breast cancer survivors. For more information, visit Cubs.com.
Here's Baez. Single, steal, and a run in the second. Joe has made good on his promise to give some guys an occasional rest. I think Bryant and Rizzo are the only 2 position players who have started every game. Double check on that.
And Chris's ability to go out and play the outfield allows Joe to shuffle things around a little bit and involve Baez a little bit more. Stella as well. He's benefited from Chris playing the outfield. He's gotten a start or 2 at third base.
Baez basically the backup at all the infield spots. He can play the outfield, but the backup center fielder at the moment is Jason Hayward. You've got Matt Caesar as well. So Javi may not need to play much, if at all, in the outfield.
Yeah, if he's going to be in the outfield, it's going to be kind of a game where there's been a lot of changes, and there
actually,
would be a need.
Last night would have been one of those nights had it not been a no-hit situation. I think Joe would have given several of his everyday guys the last 2 or 3 innings off. Tommy LaStella might have gotten in.
I don't know, the way the guys in the lineup were swinging the bats last night, I don't know if they would have given up the ABs.
Hit hard on the ground, foul. Hate getting into these conversations because it just sometimes it's so trite, and we feel like we say it maybe too often. But is there a looser bunch that you've been around than this one? I mean, I don't want to get into the whole chemistry thing and all that, but this team really enjoys.
Well, they had I think Joe sets the tone. They have a lot of fun, and obviously when you're winning. I guess the interesting thing about this club is even when they're not winning, and we haven't seen this version of this team not win yet, go through a rough patch.
Right.
But they
never seem to
lose, and that's a reflection of Joe. And that's a lot of managers, a lot of people around the game give lip service to that. Hey, it's a long season, it's a marathon, peaks and valleys. Don't get too high, don't get too low. Joe's a little bit different in that he said, you go ahead and get as high as you want. In terms of celebrating wins and having a lot of fun, but he just doesn't buy into the low. He'd like you lose 2 or 3 games in a row, shake it off. Turn up the music, keep dancing.
Baez hustling, trying to make sure he's not doubled up, and wasn't even close. He was well past the bag when that ball arrived.
The Cubs have only bounced into 8 double plays this year. A lot of that is because they hit the ball in the air a lot. Hit it on the ground all that often. Runner on first, 1 out. Our Lexus run predictor says the Cubs have a 30% chance of scoring this inning. That's better than league average by 5 percentage points. Margin of error plus or minus 3. That's according to the Quinnipiac poll. Just released this afternoon.
Here's Russell. That is brought to you by your Chicago area Northwest Indiana Lexus dealer.
He looks runnerish again.
Fakes towards second, puts on the brakes.
Baby, that's the way to play the game. Aggressive lead. Fake like you're going to go. Get those infielders attention, maybe create a little opening for Russell. Congratulations to Ramon de Jesus, the first Dominican-born umpire to work a major league game. He's at second base tonight for the Cleveland-Detroit game.
Excellent. The most umpire debuts You just see a name and you go, that name doesn't sound familiar. There's a base hit. Russell into right. Baez on his way to third. So Russell finally rewarded his first hit of the series.
Well, he did a lot of this last night, hitting the ball hard on a line, but it kept ending up in Red's gloves last evening. Here's a solid single to right. And the added bonus is Baez able to go all the way to third base on that. Reds will play for 2.
Yeah, I mean, when an umpire makes a major league debut, minor league guy comes up, we don't usually hear about it, right?
No, we do not.
It would be kind of nice to know. Yep. Hey, this guy's major league debut. And you know, I'm sure the players in those situations probably go up to a guy like Dana DeMuth or Greg Gibson. Hey, I don't know this guy.
Yeah, who's a new guy? You'd like to welcome him into the league.
Sure. 1-0 on Ross. Go ahead. Sac fly. And the second. His backup these last 2 days has handed in the lineup card, Miguel Montero. There's a bunt on a squeeze. Baez will score. Throw to first. Gets past Motto. Russell to third. Ross to second. It's 3-0.
And first and third, 1-out situation. Joe oftentimes likes to use the safety squeeze. This time, nothing safe about it. Suicide squeeze. Baez was committed. And David Ross is a good bunter. Got it down. Yeah, that wasn't a see it down and react. That was he's on the move.
Sacrifice and an RBI for Ross and an error on the pitcher on the errant throw. They still have not put up the third run on the scoreboard. Now they just did.
Rossi with the sacrifice fly last time and the sacrifice bunt this time. A very sacrificial night here. The Cubs defied the odds despite only having a 30% chance of scoring.
They did.
They did. And now, based on what's happened this year, there's a 100% chance that they're going to score. But they have cashed in 100% of the time so far this year.
Lexus run predictor, and here's Lester.
Past performance is no guarantee of future results.
Yes. We've been the disclaimer machine here this inning. Infield in against John. Russell now the man at third with Ross behind him at second. David may go to Joe Madden and say, you can't take me out of the lineup. Back-to-back starts.
Well, he texted Theo and Jed, said he would accept a qualifying offer this offseason.
Swing and a miss.
Big man was looking for extra bases with that hack.
He's got this John Lackey bat. When you have a start in this ballpark, you're not going to have a ton of chances, right?
Yeah, this would be one you're certainly capable of reaching the seats in. But right now, just a little choke and poke would get 2 home.
He squares. Here comes Russell. This is a safety squeeze, and it works to perfection. So that 100% remains intact. It's 4-0.
There you go, all you small ball fans.
Yeah, we don't want to hear it. Can't get him in with less than 2 outs.
We started with the big fly from Rizzo, and then this good work here. Beautiful bunt by Lester. Moscat's got no option but to go to first base. Stolen a couple bags here this evening. Just for good measure, Dexter ought to try a drag bunt here. He's got Brandon Phillips out there in the outfield grass.
Ball one on Fowler. 3-run fourth. It's 4-0. As the rain continues to fall.
Been throwing a lot of crooked numbers up on the board this year. A lot of big innings. J.C. Ramirez was just called up for the ball game tonight.
Outscoring the Reds 20-0 to start this series. Line drive to Phillips to end the inning. So some tough luck. Couple of lineouts for Fowler here in this game tonight. The Cubs going crazy with the bats in this series. 4-0.
Honey, the cable bill got us again. We need a little help in here.
With Done Right Satellite, lock in your rate for 2 years. Get the best technology with the Hopper. Watch and record 16 shows at once. Plus, get integrated Netflix at 4K.
I feel like if we would have switched to Dish Network sooner, it could have saved me a lot of pain.
And money.
Visit Done Right Satellite to learn more about their great products and services.
If you dream about a house for your growing family, Mel Foster is there.
Yeah, cool.
If you dream about a house big enough to host family gatherings, Mel Foster is there. And when your dream changes and it's time to downsize into a smaller home, Mel Foster is there. Mel Foster can make your home dream a reality.
We will pay your sales tax at Banner Home Furnishings in Clinton. Plus, get free financing for up to 1 whole year. Only at Banner Home Furnishings. Lane recliners now $298 and up. Lane reclining sofas only $796 and up. Settle into this comfortable Roy Hill sofa for $697. And enjoy family gatherings with this dinette now $448. Get a good rest on this Restonic Plush Queen mattress at $394. Banner Home Furnishings. Clinton's Home Furnishings and Mattress Superstore. Banner Home Furnishings. 516 South 1st Street in Clinton.
Honest, hardworking, neighbors who take a stand and protect the great way of life we all share. These are shining examples of what's right in the Quad Cities. People taking control, improving their schools, their neighborhoods. Hard work, determination. It's what we stand for at WQAD News 8.
Net.org.
Cubs fans, show your team pride with Cubs checking and an official Cubs MasterCard debit card. Only available at your local Wintrust Community Bank. Go to wintrust.com/Cubs to learn more. Member FDIC. Joey Votto swings and misses. Cubs 4, Reds nothing. Votto has their only hit so far in the series. It's a ground ball to Ben Zobrist.
Yeah, it was a little half-swing ground ball down the third baseline in the bottom half of the first. If not for that, we'd be talking no-no again at some point here this evening.
Blue Jays losing outfielder slash first baseman Chris Colabello. It's an 80-game suspension without pay. Positive PED test. That was announced today by MLB. Blue Jays also signed free agent outfielder Michael Bourne to a minor league deal, and he'll go to extended spring training.
Justin Smoke will take over as the everyday first baseman for the Jays. Otto clearly frustrated with the proceedings.
Phillips pops it up. And Rizzo makes the catch in foul ground.
Sign up for the Chicago Cubs baseball summer camps presented by ATI Physical Therapy and Ideal Industries. Young sluggers ages 5 to 13 will suit up in Cubs gear. Meet a current Cub player during a VIP Wrigley Field visit and receive top-notch baseball instruction all around the Chicagoland area. To enroll your child in the camp experience of a lifetime, visit Cubs.com/kids. Look very pensive. I think they were discussing that back-to-back safety squeeze situation from the last half inning. Saying, you know, there's only a 30% chance that the Cubs would score earlier in that inning.
So you had teammates who would snap in the dugout. What do you do? Is it kind of uncomfortable? You just look the other way?
The other way. If a guy constantly snaps, he kind of wears out his welcome. People get a little tired of it. You know, the occasional snap you can live with.
Line drive right to Baez, and the inning is over. Lester cruising along tonight with a 4-0 lead.
Man, I might just chill tonight.
Puppy monkey baby. 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 Puppy monkey baby.
Mountain Dew Kickstart. Dew, juice, caffeine.
When you drive by one of our many design centers, you may notice our smaller mid-sized homes, but may not realize that now our most popular homes are over 2,000 square feet with custom quartz kitchens, 9-foot ceilings, deluxe Kohler bathrooms with 3- or 4-car garages. You see, many are rediscovering design homes and finally are saving tens of thousands of dollars on a custom deluxe home. Bring us your quote from another builder and find out that your dream home is affordable. Visit designhomes.com today.
All week, Live's got so many stars. Kelly and Michael are like... Next Live fan favorite, Shay Mitchell.
I actually just bumped into somebody on the street who had a tattoo.
Let me show you this tattoo. Plus, Donnie Wahlberg and Tim Daly. Next Live.
Monday morning at 9 on WQAD News 8.
Need help?
Oh, thanks.
Some people think because I'm from Crawford Company, I can solve any problem.
Oh, Julie, will you get my gloves for me, please?
But what we know best is providing Bryan Air Conditioning.
Hey, Mom, have you seen my baseball?
With no high-pressure sales pitch. With great products at a fair price, your problems are solved. Honestly, just call Crawford Company. Now let's finish up this bad boy.
Visit Crawford-Company.com for rebates on affordable air conditioning solutions from Crawford Company.
The fifth inning is brought to you by Fifth Third Bank, the Curious Bank. Downtown Cincinnati.
Got the WKRP jingle in your head yet?
Yes. More news and Les Nessman.
Hey, happy Earth Day.
Same to you.
Yeah.
Are over the 100-run mark in game number 17. Strike called on Jason Hayward.
out.
Brandon Hyde had to scoot out of the way. I mean, this offense can get better. That's the thing.
Yeah, they're going to put up some big numbers. They already have. But think about a hot summer day at Wrigley with the wind blowing out.
Do you want the scoreboard stumper? Did you see it?
I did not see it. No, what do you got?
Jamie Ramsey, who works for the Reds, always tweets out what the scoreboard stumper is. So since 1970, 4 different right fielders have had 150 or more hits in a season as Hayward strikes out while playing for the Reds. Can you name the 4?
Since 1970?
Since 1970. 4 Reds right fielders with at least 150 hits. So it's got Jay Bruce has to be one.
Paul O'Neill.
Okay. You want to know on the left fielder.
150 hits is a decent number of hits in a year. While you work on the stumper, let me remind you, if you're interested in coming to Wrigley Field, and why wouldn't you be, the Cubs suggest taking public transportation. They offer a free bike check, now located by the Addison Red Line station. If you drive, don't forget there's that free remote lot.
2 bounces to Suarez. Stretched by Votto, they get him.
And the Cubs provide remote parking and shuttle service on night and weekend games. A to Z guide for information at Cubs.com.
How about Ken Griffey Sr.?
Senior, I like it. Now, did Junior play out there when he had health issues? Was he ever? I know he played some right field, but I think he played a lot of right field here. I just don't. He had so many health issues while he was here. I don't.
It would be great.
He had a 150 hit season.
If 2 of the 4 answers were Griffey, Senior and Junior, but I don't know. Rizzo with a walk and a home run, and he fouled that one off himself.
George Foster played more left field, didn't he?
Well, we'll get the answer coming up. Don't you love that Rizzo, after having that home run stolen away, just said, all right, I'm just going to hit another one. And then the next day another one, and then the next day another one.
Yeah, and you could see it. You know, with a guy like Rizzo, most big league hitters, if they're in a little bit of a funk, and then slowly you start to see, the contact gets a little bit better, so you get a sense that they're getting the timing down.
Somewhat similar to our vantage point. It's in the dirt. That shot might have been right below the press box. Ball 4. Third reach for Rizzo.
Scott following the trend of many starting pitchers against the Cubs this year, hovering around 100 pitches while in the 5th inning.
Ohlendorf. Strike pitch, and it's now 1-1. Pitch number 98 of the night. The first check on Rizzo. Nationals off to a great start. They're 11-4, and they're leading 7-1 over the Twins. Midway in the 5th in D.C. Rizzo runs. Zobrist takes a strike. The throw's going to beat Anthony. Not the only thing that hasn't gone right for him tonight. That will end the inning. It's 4-0 Cubs.
Our focus here at Quad Cities Acceleration is on speed and power development, while providing a safe and fun environment for training. Workouts are designed to improve our athletes' ability to run faster, jump higher and further, change direction quicker, and build confidence. Utilizing our super treadmills, we see major improvements to speed and running technique. Don't wait another season. Take advantage of what we have to offer today.
Hey, what are you doing at home? Gather your friends and head to the Circle Tap on West Locust Street. See the game and enjoy a wonderful meal famous for our ribs from a quarter to a full rack with fries served alongside, delicious burger baskets, chicken and bacon ranch wraps, as well as cold drinks and spirits, all at great prices. Plus, enjoy the Circle's great outdoor patio area with a cool and shaded bar. There's live music often featured. So head on over to the Circle Tap, West Locust Street, Davenport.
You know who drives one of these all-new Chrysler Pacificas? A considerate and caring father. I mean, with all these safety features, it says behind these sea blue eyes is a nurturer. I got an idea. And that's great for my dad brand.
You're so funny, Daddy.
I know I am.
Get 0% APR financing plus $1,000 bonus cash for current owners of FCA vehicles on the all-new 2017 Pacifica.
She saw where her grandson was living.
Maggots, bottles with fuzzy mold.
So she became guardian.
You're saying she tricked you out of the baby?
We didn't know that it was permanent custody.
Apparently you did. You told your mother. You guys need to get your stories straight.
All new Dr. Phil.
Monday at 3 on WQAD News 8.
.org.
Here's our Ford upcoming schedule. 2 more after tonight here in Cincinnati. An off day Monday. And then the Brewers and the Braves come to Wrigley Field. Brought to you by Ford, inviting you to visit your local Ford store or localfordstores.com.
Brewers 7-9 entering play this evening, and Atlanta just 4-11. Braves lost their first 9 ball games. So they've played a little bit better since then. But they're in a rebuild.
Yeah, we're in a different era. Top heavy, bottom heavy National League right now. Not too many teams seem to be in the middle in terms of how they're going about things.
Nobody wants to be stuck in the middle. Everybody's ascending, competing, or looking to retool.
Bruce tried to bunt. Baez was able to figure it out, so he was charging.
Key on that top hand, your third baseman. It starts to slide, you start to move.
So On the topic of kind of a rebuild, it'll be interesting to see moving forward how and when certain teams, for lack of a better term, pull the plug, right? The Tigers are kind of making one last shot at it with Cabrera, Verlander, Kinsler, those guys. And we've talked over the past few years about how difficult it is. The Phillies was not easy to do. They were selling out their ballpark for years and years and years.
Yeah, there comes a time, I think, where clubs are victims of their own success, and they have an aging core, and the fans love those guys, and you try to squeeze every last bit out of them that you can, and sometimes you wait too long before you make that shift.
Although, as we look at this Reds club, I don't want to put words in your mouth, but you have at least wondered out loud whether they pulled the plug too quickly.
Well, yeah, just because of the injuries to Mesoraco and Cozart, you know, they were players a couple years ago before they got hurt that were on the rise, and you could see, well, you know, if they got healthy and performed at that level, and then, you know, you still have Votto, who they committed to for a long time for lots and lots of dollars.
That line drive will drop in for Jay Bruce. It's a leadoff single.
I mean, I understand why they did it, and it's a tough call. This club here has really been hit hard by injuries to some of their core guys. You know, the two I just referenced, Homer Bailey's had his injury problems, but if you could take, you know, flash back to say 3 years ago and look at the personnel, Votto, Phillips, Cozart healthy, Mesoraco healthy, Cueto, Homer Bailey, if he were healthy. I mean, that's a pretty good group there.
Yep.
And Bruce, who's kind of an enigma, you know, he has risen and fallen a little bit over the years, but he's still just 29 years of age. He's made a couple all-star teams. It's reasonable to think that he still has, you know, good years in him.
So Walt Jocketty, the president of baseball operations, are going through a transition. And the plan, I guess, is that he'll become an advisor to Dick Williams, his former assistant GM, who's now the general manager here. And pulled foul. Walt, great guy. We've known him for years. A long time architect in St. Louis, and now here in Cincinnati. Long storied career as a baseball executive. And he's well hydrated tonight. That's good to see. That miss to Duvall, and it's 2-1. Duvall wanted time, and it wasn't granted. And I don't know if Lester saw that and it affected his pitch or not. Base hit. By far the best chance the Reds have had in this series. 2 on, nobody out.
Yeah, falling victim to the count, right? Behind the count, had to challenge. Duvall sitting on the fastball, put a good swing on it.
They are near the bottom of the order with the 8-hitter Holt, and Jordan Pacheco is on deck. The fight doctor in the spot of Moscott. chimed in on Twitter. You mentioned all those guys. Aroldis Chapman, the other one.
Yeah.
One of the most dominating short relievers. He's
right, and then
from a suspension.
And once you decide that you're going to rebuild, then you don't really need Aroldis Chapman. If you're a team that you figure you're going to, be down near the bottom of the division, having a dominant closer becomes less important. So I guess the key is, what do you get in return for all these trades? The Cueto deal, they got a lot of young arms, they got depth. And guys, they think they can kind of build a pitching staff around or help augment what they have here. The other one, Milwaukee too. That club. It wasn't that long ago that they were a really good club, and then they just fell off the cliff, and they had some injury problems. And you could make a case that maybe they reacted a little too quickly. I think the problem was for the teams in this division, seeing what the Cubs did. Yes. They said, you know what, we got to try to find a way to keep pace with this.
Yeah, I think that matters. It's not just you're in your own little bubble. You look at what the Pirates and the Cubs have done and what the Cardinals continue to do. Ahead 1-2.
John looking for that 2-ball here to clean this up. Now Holt runs well. He'd be a tough man to double. Ground ball with some pace on it could turn into a double play.
A's trying to prove to 7-0 on the road. They've got a 6-1 lead at Toronto in the 6th. Knocked down by Ross. Mets are in Atlanta. Matt Harvey's on the mound, and they've got a 4-2 lead in the bottom of the 3rd. Matchup in Kansas City, the 10-4 Orioles trailing the 10-5 Royals 4-0 bottom of the 2nd. Two to Holt. We'll try it again. Former Cubs on the mound later. Andrew Kashner will face Adam Wainwright as the Padres host the Cardinals. Jeff Samardzija pitching for San Francisco later against the Miami Marlins. So their hitting coach is back home, Barry Bonds. First time John has really had to grind tonight. 2 on, nobody out. Another 2-2. Bounce to third. It's going to take Baez right to the back. Throw to second. Throw to first. They almost turned 3. I can't even believe Baez threw to second. But it was the right play.
Well, it worked out fine. I'm not sure it was the right play, but it sure was fun to watch. Right to the back. He's thinking 3, but an awkward off-balance throw to second base. They got there 2, almost got there 3, and if Holt wasn't so speedy, they would have gotten there 3. That Cubs double play replay was brought to you by State Farm. Combine your car and home insurance with State Farm and save. Find an agent at statefarm.com.
How about the old fielder's choice double play? Batter hits into a 5-4 double play, but he's on base. I mean, we've seen Javi enough to understand, I think, the way he plays the game is about 110 miles an hour all the time.
Yeah, and he has such self-confidence. He believes he can make plays. And, you know, a coach would tell me, yeah, it worked out okay, but that's probably not the right play. There's a chance you make an errant throw, throw him back across your body in that situation. But like I said, it sure was fun to watch. And if somebody else had hit the ball that wasn't quite as fast as Holt, then we might be following up a no-hitter with a triple play.
Yeah. Here's Pacheco, the pinch hitter. 2 outs, runner at first. So I think that's just scored double play, right? The batter grounds into a double play, even though he reached. You don't see that particular play very often. Line foul.
I didn't even think to look at Duvall's slide to make sure he was legal under the new rules. No complaint from the Cubs, so I'm assuming he was.
Yeah, how about a replay review giving you a triple play?
That's what I was thinking. Fans, don't miss your chance to catch the best matchups in baseball. Join the season ticket holder waiting list. It's easy and free to register. For details, visit Cubs.com/waiting list.
Long pause by Lester before 2-2. Just got a question from Sandy, and a real good catch. What happened to Baez's teal glove? Well, he is not playing the middle of the infield tonight. He's playing at third base. And he's got a different mitt.
A little bigger glove. Middle infielders like to use that small glove so they can make that quick transfer to the throwing hand and making the pivot.
Runner goes with 2 outs. Baez will charge, but that ball hit Pacheco's foot or leg, and it's a foul ball. That's painful, right off a toe. Cubs got 1 in the second. They added 3 in the fourth. Lester working hard here in the bottom of the 5th. Another 3-2.
Third of his pitches coming in this inning. See how I did that math? Fight Doctor is putting up a pretty good fight here. Into Jesus on the bench from the right side. Schebler, left-handed hitter, and then a couple of switch hitters, Hamilton and Barnhart. Hamilton's got a bad thumb, would probably only be used to run.
Russell is short. And the inning is over as we honor the late Prince. Some of his greatest hits tonight. 4-0 Cubs.
Remains found on Big Island identified. Who he was and how long he's been missing. Then, McDonald's all-day breakfast. Will it stay or go? Tonight at 9 on WQAD MyTV 8-3.
The Spring Rush selling spree is back at Highland Toyota. Get out of your current lease early and into a new Toyota today. A new 2016 RAV4 LE, $229 a month with only $995 down. Or a new 2016 Camry LE, $209 a month with only $995 down. Or a new 2016 Corolla L, $159 a month with only $995 down. During the Spring Rush selling spree at Highland Toyota on John Deere Road and 53rd Street, Moline.
Oh, I know that you're all I need. Maybe one day we'll have a family. And when brown hair turns to gray, you'll still be beautiful to me. You're gonna marry me.
Cherish your memories with a to-be-loved diamond from Riddle's Jewelry.
All Makes Office Furniture Showroom in Moline is the place for great deals on Hahn office furniture. Take a walk through our 72,000 square foot showroom and find that perfect desk, chair, or cabinet from Hahn to furnish your business or home office.
It's so easy to work with. They offer both, as you see in this office, new and used.
Stop by today and view our huge selection of new and used Hahn furniture.
All Makes Office Furniture in downtown Moline. Stop by and see me.
Live radar when you need it. Download the Storm Track 8 weather app today.
Chicago Cubs baseball is brought to you by Budweiser, not backing down since 1876. This Bud's for you. A cool, rainy, overcast night in Cincinnati, but John Lester shutting out the Reds through 5. And one of the newest members of their bullpen just brought up today, J.C. Ramirez.
Big dude, hard thrower, mid to upper 90s with that fastball. Folks may remember him with the Phillies. He was with them a couple of years back. Last year he spent time with the Diamondbacks and the Mariners.
He's from Managua, Nicaragua. It's 1-1 now on Zobrist. Other major league players from Nicaragua, Dennis Martinez, we mentioned him earlier. Vicente Padilla, Marvin Bernard, among others.
How about Al Williams? Is he on that list?
Yep.
Teammate of Al's in AAA. Big league time with the Twins.
1980 to 84. From Pearl Lagoon, Nicaragua, Albert Williams.
Fought the Civil War down there, I think. Either that or he was telling tall tales, but I bought it.
That's a strike. Yeah, you have a good memory. The baseball reference. Fought as a Sandinista guerrilla in the Nicaraguan Civil War.
Yeah, you don't charge that guy on the mound.
No, he missed the 1976 to 78 seasons as a result. Zobrist walks. Let's step aside and see what's coming up on WGN. Cubs won 16-0 as Jake Arrieta no-hit the Reds last night. They're up 4-0 this evening. Reds do have 3 hits. Chance for the Cubs to improve to 13-4 through their first 17. They're 8-2 on the road. Baez swings and misses.
The way he's swinging it tonight, free and easy. Obviously that swing gets a little big, a little long from time to time. First time up, good solid single the other way. And bounce around on bases, made a couple nice plays in the field. With that big swing, that's one of the challenges for Joe, to get him in the lineup frequently enough where he can develop some rhythm at the plate, so he can, so he can do some damage for you. He just misses doing some damage right there.
And he strikes out.
MLB.TV Premium, the #1 live streaming sports service, delivers everything you have come to expect and so much more. Watch every out-of-market game live in HD on over 400 supported devices. Includes a free subscription to @Bat Premium, the #1 app for live baseball. Blackout and other restrictions apply. Visit MLB.TV for details.
Russell 1 for 2 with a run. Hitting 7th.
Just thinking about Al Williams. When you read the media guide, some of the bios on the players, and like 98% of them is hobbies, golf or hunting. And with Al, it'd be like guerrilla warfare, like chess, bridge, and guerrilla warfare.
Enjoys working out in video games.
Ramirez, 27 years of age. And I mentioned his good arm. Control has been an issue for him. Too many walks. That's why he's had a hard time sticking at the big league level.
Well hit to right. Bruce goes back on it. He's going to have room on the edge of the track. So 2 outs, and it's David Ross. Can't do the sacrifice bit this time. 2 outs. SF9 driving a run in the second. Sack hit. Scoring a run in the 4th. So he's got 2 RBIs without a hit tonight, and without an official at bat.
Ross got the starter, went 5 innings, allowed 3 hits, 4 runs, 3 of which were earned. He walked 4, struck out a couple. So his walks, along with Ramirez here in this inning, 5 free passes issued by Reds pitching tonight. Ooh, good swing. I didn't think the offensive part of David's game would benefit from the extra playing time. Sort of just the once every 5 days with John, working a couple days now and back to back. Help him establish some rhythm at the plate. Expect Miguel Montero to be back in there tomorrow to catch John Lackey. Lackey will be opposed by Dan Straley. Let me tell you, kid, how it was.
Up. Well, you better run, David, just in case. And it's caught by Mesoraco in foul territory. And that will end the inning. Mid-6th, Cubs 4, Reds nothing.
Really?
Free peanuts and popcorn?
Really?
Really. What game do you want to watch? We got them all.
Really?
Really. Hungry? We got the best grill in town.
Really?
Really. Our burgers and tenderloins are amazing.
Really?
Really. T-shirt, sweatshirt?
Really?
Really.
Steve's Old Time Tap. Sports and really, really good food and drinks.
Really?
Need help?
Oh, thanks.
Some people think because I'm from Crawford Company, I can solve any problem.
Oh, Julie, will you get my gloves for me, please?
But what we know best is providing Bryan Air Conditioning.
Hey, Mom, have you seen my baseball?
With no high-pressure sales pitch. With great products at a fair price, your problems are solved. Honestly, just call Crawford Company. Now let's finish up this bad boy.
Visit Crawford-Company.com for rebates on affordable air conditioning solutions from Crawford Company.
Accidents happen. NationServe of Quad Cities can fix it. We make garage door repair quick and simple. We service all makes and models with experienced technicians with the expertise to get it done right the first time and professional integrity you can trust. Call us today for your free estimate and see why the Quad Cities chooses NationServe for garage door sales and service. NationServe of Quad Cities, locally operated since 1985.
TV that's easy.
You just push this button and the set goes on.
TV that's free.
24 inches of livid color.
TV for everyone.
How wonderful.
It's Antenna TV.
On WQAD 8-2.
Our kids.
Hey, we head to the bottom of the 6th. Let's check in with our Honda game summary. Cubs continue to shut down the Reds. 4-0 is the score. Anthony Rizzo has hit a home run in 3 consecutive games. Now David Ross with a sac fly, sac bunt. John Lester doing his thing. And Cubs have outscored the Reds now 20-0 last night and tonight. Get amazing deals at the Honda Dream Garage sales event now at your Honda dealer.
Scoreboard stumper answer?
Yeah, they just rolled it out.
Yeah, so Griffey Sr. and Bruce were correct. Dave Parker and Pete Rose.
Should have got Parker. I don't remember Pete Rose playing that much right field.
No, but you knew he would have piled up hits.
Yeah.
Wherever he played.
Yeah.
So that's since 1970, 4 different Reds right fielders with 150 hits in a season.
In 1970, Pete made over 150 starts in right field.
2-1 on Zach Cozart. Bullpen fresh. Nobody even had to get loose last night. Probably grab at least a couple of innings tonight. High, deep drive, left center. It's way back, and it's gone. Zach Cozart with his first of the year.
Reds get on the board. A solo shot from Cozart, who's off to a really nice start. I think 390 at the start of play here this evening. I think of him more as a doubles type hitter, but he got into that one. Pitch up above the belt. Third one allowed by John this season.
In there for a strike to Suarez. Associated Press reporting he has been granted permission to make an appearance at a AAA game in July. Sign some autographs. Throw out a first pitch. Reds are going to retire his number 14 in June. And he'll go into the Reds Hall of Fame.
He turned 75 a few days ago. Hard to believe, isn't it? Yep. Especially with that jet black hair he features.
No Felix Hernandez tonight against the Angels in Anaheim. Scratched due to illness, so Hisashi Iwakuma goes instead. Fowler hustling in, and he can't quite get there, and Suarez is on with a blue pit. That's their fourth hit in the last 2 innings.
Good article on Fangraphs, I believe it came out today, on Dexter Fowler and his defensive positioning. And we've talked to Joe about this in the past, how the advanced metrics do not grade out Dexter very highly. And talking with Joe about it the other day, he said, well, it's because he always plays or has played too shallow in the past. He was encouraged to do so in Colorado, and you could see where playing in that big yard and that light air would influence some of those advanced numbers. So the idea is deeper this year, give up more of those type of hits, but take away extra base hits.
Votto, the tying run all of a sudden on deck. And with that said, Votto just bounced into a 4-6-3 double play. And look out for him.
If he was frustrated last time, he'll really be smoking now. This Cubs double play replay brought to you by State Farm. Combine your car and home insurance with State Farm and save. Find an agent at statefarm.com.
Well, he loves to go after that first pitch. He's done it twice in his first 3 at-bats tonight. Leads the majors in first pitch swinging. It's now 4-1 after the Cozart homer.
Listen, we gonna be running.
Underground is overdue and right on time. We need more shows like this.
Ain't no going back, not for any of us.
It rises to the challenge.
Now, I need to know now who's in, who's out.
Underground is not to be missed. Underground, all new, Wednesday at 9 p.m. on WGN America. Available on Dish, DirecTV, and Xfinity, or check your local cable listings.
There's a shelter pet who wants to meet you. Meet one today. Visit theshelterpetproject.org. Adopt.
So as great songwriter and entertainer, dancer, lead man, the whole thing, he was a great guitar player. As Lester chops one to Brandon Phillips, and he's out 4-3.
Yeah, I saw a story today that said the studio there in the vault is like thousands of unreleased songs.
Wow. I'd love to hear some of it. By the way, Cubs pitchers, and Lester is 0 for 2 with an RBI, came into the game hitting .243 as a group. The overall American League average, that's every batter in the American League, hitting .243.
You don't need no stinking DH.
And I'm going to say this about the Clapton story. I don't care if it's true or not. I want to believe that it's true that he said that. And he may not have. I don't know.
And Prince apparently was an outstanding basketball player.
Swing and a miss by Fowler. Line drive the other way. And a rare offer so far for Fowler, although 3 of his outs have been lineouts.
Yeah, he's kind of taking on the role of Addison Russell here tonight from last night. BABIP taking a little bit of a hit. Everybody has to take a turn. Hayward in St. Louis get into a lot of tough luck.
Was a Rock and Roll Hall of Fame performance honoring George Harrison of While My Guitar Gently Weeps, and it was Tom Petty and Jeff Lynne and all these great musicians. George's son was a part of it, and they were doing a spot-on version of that song. Then they get to the solo, and Prince comes out and just shreds it. And the analogy has been made, it was like Michael Jordan showing up and saying, "I got this." That's caught by Holt. At the end of the solo, he threw his guitar up in the air and it never came down. I mean, just one of the best things I've ever seen. It is 4-1 as we stretch here in Cincinnati.
My daddy guarantees all his cars with his all-new Weber warranty. All vehicles have been fully inspected by our shop and priced below book value. Plus, Weber has financing you can afford. We work with local institutions to ensure you receive the best possible rate and convenient terms. My dad says it takes quality vehicles, great prices, and you must treat people right. Weber Auto Group. If you're looking for a used car, we got your baby.
It's the Zeglin Guys semi-annual gigantic TV and appliance sale. Every Whirlpool, washer, dryer, range, refrigerator, dishwasher, and microwave. Specially priced for this event. Look for the bright orange tags. Plus, many brands offer up to 12 months interest-free financing. Our gigantic sale only happens twice a year. Don't miss out. Shop either Zeglin's locations, Moline or Davenport. Zeglin's, your hometown, our hometown.
Our focus here at Quad Cities Acceleration is on speed and power development while providing a safe and fun environment for training. Workouts are designed to improve our athletes' ability to run faster, jump higher and further, change direction quicker, and build confidence. Utilizing our super treadmills, we see major improvements to speed and running technique. Don't wait another season. Take advantage of what we have to offer today.
At the Boys and Girls Clubs of the Mississippi Valley, we're open where kids need us, when kids need us, and no member is turned away for the inability to pay.
Un gran futuro comienza aquí.
Great futures start at the Boys and Girls Clubs of the Mississippi Valley.
Yeah, so a lot has been said and written about Jake Arrieta. 3 years ago, he was pitching with Baltimore, and he struggled, and he got sent to the minors. And you fast forward, and he is on top of the pitching world with the no-hitter last night, his second in 11 regular season starts.
Yeah, and just a case study in perseverance. Demoted to the minor leagues. No doubt his head was spinning, probably questioning himself. Now, on top of the world, the baseball world.
There's a Rocco. Retired by Zobrist. One out here in the Reds' 7th.
Reigning Cy Young Award winner, and the way he has pitched so far this year, we're only in April. We don't want to get too far ahead of ourselves, but if you were to handicap who should be starting the All-Star game this year, you would have to think Jake would be the guy.
Well, as you astutely pointed out last night, Jake Arrieta and Joey Votto had superhuman second halves last year. Neither made the All-Star team. To his right. Duvall 1 for 2. 25,940. Dodging some rain off and on tonight here at Great American Ballpark.
John looking to get through 7 innings.
Just the 1 run. First
That was in L.A. against the Angels. 7 innings of 1-run ball on that one. Last time out, 7 1/3. 1 run to the Rockies. In between those two, it was a 6-inning performance against this club. The Braves 5-2 in the bottom of the 5th in Atlanta. Matt Harvey's kind of lost his title as the ace of that Mets staff, hasn't he? The Syndergaard. Thor has surpassed the Dark Knight. We are having audio issues. Apologize for that, and we are working to rectify them. Swing and a miss. Yes, Syndergaard, Arrieta, Scherzer, Kershaw. Look at the stuff in this league right now. Unbelievable.
Hardworking neighbors who take a stand and protect the great way of life we all share. These are shining examples of what's right in the Quad Cities. People taking control, improving their schools, their neighborhoods. Hard work, determination. It's what we stand for at WQAD News 8.
Goods Furniture, 3 blocks, 12 multi-level buildings, all packed full of furniture, food, and fun. Goods Furniture offers a wide selection of furniture choices for every room in your house to fit every budget. Spend the day shopping, enjoying lunch in the Wine Cellar restaurant, and strolling through the shops at Market Square. Enjoy a relaxing night in one of our suites, followed by a delicious breakfast. Take the short drive today to see the Goods difference. Goods Furniture in Kewanee, Illinois.
Hey, what are you doing at home? Gather your friends and head to the Circle Tap on West Locust Street. See the game and enjoy a wonderful meal, famous for our ribs from a quarter to a full rack with fries served alongside, delicious burger baskets, chicken and bacon ranch wraps, as well as cold drinks and spirits, all at great prices. Plus, enjoy the Circle's great outdoor patio area with a cool and shaded bar. There's live music often featured, so head on over to the Circle Tap, West Locust Street, Davenport.
The Spring Rush selling spree is back at Highland Toyota. Get out of your current lease early and into a new Toyota today. A new 2016 RAV4 LE, $229 a month with only $995 down. Or a new 2016 Camry LE, $209 a month with only $995 down. Or a new 2016 Corolla L, $159 a month with only $995 down. During the Spring Rush selling spree at Highland Toyota on John Deere Road and 53rd Street, Moline.
With safekids.org.
It's the 8th inning, and it's time for our Mattress Firm Grade 8 stat of the game. This is Cubs versus NL opponents. They did go 2-0 against the Angels, but they have enjoyed themselves against the Reds for sure, and that includes tonight so far. It's brought to you by Mattress Firm, where we want you to sleep happy guaranteed. Remember, it's over 8, it's time to replace.
From 2010 through 2014, the Reds were 60-28 against the Cubs.
Yeah, they absolutely dominated.
And even better at Wrigley, I think, than they were here. They just owned the Cubs at Wrigley. Of course, you know, Cubs had bad teams, and the Reds had mostly good teams in that stretch.
I recall they had like the longest winning streak at Wrigley Field among visiting teams, maybe ever. It was that lopsided. Real foul by Bryant.
Yeah, Yeah, we were talking about Anthony, and you could see Anthony, starting to figure things out. And Chris hasn't gone through a funk like Anthony. He's been a little more consistent here in the early going. But just the look of his swing last night, man, it was short and quick and on point. And had a look at 2 home runs and 6 driven in.
He strikes out for the second time tonight and is 0 for 4. Ramirez has done a nice job. He's been by far the most effective Reds pitcher in these 2 games. Looks like John Lester may be done for the night. There's Pedro Strop. Cranks it up in the Cubs bullpen.
Gather up the coat and the hat, head to the clubhouse, slap on a couple bags of ice. Kick back and watch the bullpen finish it off. That would be the plan. That would be the hope.
Big bouncer, Cavado, and he'll get it to Ramirez. Chopper, this one will get through.
Zobrist starting to find holes. Of course, last night he found the seats for the first time in a Cub uniform. Had 2 other hits plus a walk, 3 times on tonight. Walk, walk, knock. This one's got some top spin. And watch that second bounce just jump by Phillips out there at second base.
Base average up to 384 for Ben Zobrist. Some probables for the rest of the weekend. You in on that?
Yeah.
Okay. You mentioned earlier Lackey and Straley tomorrow. Lackey is 3-0. Hamill and Simon Sunday, although I'd say Simon right in pencil, not pen. He had his last start skipped due to a biceps issue.
Yeah, and the one before that in Chicago, he didn't make it out of the first inning.
Zobrist takes off, and he's safe.
Snag and tag there by Phillips. It looked like Zobrist got the hand in before the tag was applied. The Reds are taking a look.
They're going to challenge.
They are going to challenge.
Brian Price has called for the replay review. And it does feel like a pretty easy call to challenge, even if it's 50-50, because we're late in the game and Price did have a challenge to burn, so to speak. And that's really close.
Yeah, that's going to be a tough one to overturn unless they have a better look.
I'm going with call will stand.
I'm going with stand as well. I'm willing going to, I'll take a couple more looks, but right now I'm in the stand department.
Yeah, that angle, it's tough to see Zobrist's hand behind the leg of Phillips. We've got one angle on the board here. It looks like it's from behind first base. And I think they may have gotten Zobrist out, but again, I don't know if it's conclusive. Well, we're going to find out the answer. Yeah, they got him. Okay. Well, that was as close as it gets, but they got him out. And a good challenge by Brian Price. And that will end the inning. So caught stealing. And it's still 4-1 Cubs.
Need help?
Oh, thanks.
Some people think because I'm from Crawford Company, I can solve any problem.
Oh, Julie, will you get my gloves for me, please?
But what we know best is providing Bryan Air Conditioning.
Hey, Mom, have you seen my baseball?
With no high-pressure sales pitch. With great products at a fair price, your problems are solved. Honestly, just call Crawford Company. Now let's finish up this bad boy.
Visit Crawford-Company.com for rebates on affordable air conditioning solutions from Crawford Company.
When it comes to orthopedic care, the choice is yours. Just look at what our patients are saying. Orthopedic specialists. With offices in Davenport, Bettendorf, and Clinton, we are the Quad City area's only group of all board certified and fellowship trained orthopedic surgeons. The next time you need care, choose orthopedic specialists. Better experience, better results.
What if there was a place where you could test drive John Deere equipment, talk to product experts, and get special coupons worth hundreds off tractors, gators, and more? Well, you found it. It's Drive Green Demo Days, and it's here. The fun starts now.
Join us for our Drive Green event at River Valley Turf in Davenport, April 18th to 23rd. This event won't last long. Hurry in now.
Hi, I'm Lisa Lynn Eveleth, the founder of Live Fit with Lupus. Come join us for our 3rd annual Racing Festival, Hills of the QC. You can sign up for the half marathon, 10K, 5K, or 1 mile, hosted here at the Blackwatch Room in LeClaire, Iowa. To sign up, go to www.livefitwithlupus.org.
We will have the final game of this series and road trip on Sunday on WGN at straight up 12 noon, Cubs and the Reds. From Cincinnati, and here's Pedro Strop, first Cub reliever to work in this series.
8-9-1 due up for the Reds. Pedro on for the 8th time. Has an ERA of 1.42 for 6 1/3 innings. He's allowed just a couple of hits and a walk. He struck out 8.
As we got to know John Lester last year, you were good at describing him as kind of the plow horse versus the thoroughbred, Jake Arrieta. Very workmanlike. And tonight, again, John Lester really at his best. 7 innings, not flashy. 5 hits, 1 run, walked 1, struck out 4.
Couple double play balls.
Yeah.
He's allowed 5 hits or fewer in all of his starts so far this year. Schebler out on deck to hit for Ramirez, who did a very nice job. Kept this thing competitive. There's a J.J. Hoover down in the Reds bullpen.
Yeah, he did, said Greg Gibson. So Holt strikes out. And here is Scott Schebler, pinch hitter. It's a line Theo Epstein has used, talking about progress is not linear. You know, every player has a different path. And I think John Lester and Jake Arrieta really speak to that if you just look at their major league careers, right? John Lester got to the big leagues. 15 starts in 06, high ERA 07, same deal. But after that, he was very consistent for the Red Sox. 33, 32, 31, 32 starts, ERA in the mid-3s or lower. I'm not saying one career is better than the other, but yeah, Lester's just been tried and true all along, whereas Arrieta was down and way up. Strop will make the play. And I suppose you could see, you know, John Lester saying to Jake Arrieta in a private moment, man, how do you make it look so easy? And Jake could reply with, dude,
how do you do it here
this for 11 years? I feel like I just got here.
Yeah.
Joe loves having both those guys at the top of his rotation.
Yeah, you know, the Mets have that great rotation. The Cardinals have very good starting pitching, but this 1-2 punch of Arrieta and Lester, you know, tough to top that, isn't it, in the National League?
Yep, I think
with
Greinke last year was
split up
pretty good.
Scherzer, Strasburg will be heard from.
Baez will field. Good dig by Rizzo. Nice job. Pedro Strop. That's quick work of the Reds in the 8th.
This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Chicago Cubs and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Chicago Cubs.
Man, I might just chill tonight.
Puppy monkey baby. 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 Puppy monkey baby.
Mountain Dew Kickstart. Dew, juice, caffeine.
Everybody down here made everything so easy for us.
They helped walk us through all of the decisions that needed to be handled.
Just the little things that you really appreciate.
We try to provide a service and try to anticipate their needs before they have to ask us for something.
I couldn't believe the job they did. It was amazing, just amazing.
They're extraordinary.
They were tops. It meant a lot.
Esterdahl, serving the community since 1891.
Are you looking for high-quality furniture for your office? Our selection of new and gently used office furniture gives you the best value for your dollar.
As a business owner for a lot of years, you have to look at your bottom line and where you stand. And I think that's the great part about All Makes is that they can take care of the guy that's just starting his business and have good used stuff, or they can take care of the people that have been in business a while and sell them great new Han furniture.
All Makes Office Furniture, just off the I-74 bridge in downtown Moline.
Stop down and see me or give us a call.
Ellen's all new with Ellen Pompeo and
Please don't drop me. Please, please don't.
one of Ellen's favorite games.
Monday at 4 on WQAD News 8.
As we play the 9th inning, J.J. Hoover started the year as the Reds closer, but it has been pretty much a disaster. And Brian Price earlier this week commenting on the situation said he badly wants Hoover to be that guy, but for the time being he's going to use him in different spots to try to get his mojo back.
Hoover's got a good curveball. He broke it out there. He's given up 3 home runs in 5 1/3 innings.
There's the curve. 1 and 2.
Hoover has been primarily a middle inning guy, setup type pitcher. I talked earlier about Chapman being traded to the Yankees, and probably makes sense for Brian Price to go with a closer by committee approach here this season.
Shot deep left, gone. A laser beam for a home run. Javier Baez. That's his first of the year.
Well, guys breaking out the home run bat here in this series, so Hoover continues to be plagued by the long ball, and Baez having himself a nice game. It's his second hit. He has scored 3 runs. Question was, would it stay high enough? You knew he hit it hard. He leaned out and got into that breaking pitch. It's our Southwest Airlines How Far Did It Fly? 366 the distance of that home run. Go to WGNTV.com/contest for a chance to win round trip travel for 2 on Southwest Airlines. How long did it fly?
Not very.
2.4 seconds.
Zach Cozart. Another line out for Russell in this series.
This game will test you, and right now he's being tested with all this hard contact, because when a hitter goes through something like this, the thinking is for a lot of guys, well, sooner or later I'm going to start struggling to hit the ball hard. Then I'm going to really regret not being able to take advantage of when I was seeing it and hitting it so well.
Strikes on David Ross. It's Tommy La Stella on deck. Going to be Grimm or Rondon?
Yeah, I think they sat Rondon down and got Grimm back up with a 4-run lead.
Called strike 3. Here's LaStella for Stroke. That great shot of the Cubs bench last night. Guys were sitting on that bench right in the middle of the dugout. There were like 4 or 5 guys, and LaStella's right leg just could not keep it still. He was clearly anxious, nervous, whatever, as Arrieta was closing in on history. Leading this game 5-1.
Stella 1 out of 3 so far as a pinch hitter this year.
Zarocco going to get on the same page here. Another ball hit hard. This one into right center.
Two out of 4 in the pinch. This is 17th at bat. LaStella, we talked earlier about Baez needing to get those starts to stay in rhythm, and the same applies to anybody who plays off the bench, but I think less so for LaStella because his approach is so simple at the plate, so quiet, doesn't have that big swing.
348 in his career in the pinch. Very impressive for a young player.
See if Dexter can find a hole. He's been hitting the ball hard tonight, but right at people.
Fowler looking for a salvage. That's a strike. He doesn't like seeing his on-base percentage in the 4s. 493.
Safely in his last 4 multi-hit games of 3 of the last 4 for Dexter. According to wins above replacement, he's been the best player in the National League to this point of the season.
Well, that doesn't surprise me. Last guys to sign.
Yeah. Man on a mission. 8 multi-hit games already this season.
In the air, out into deep left center, and it's going to hit the track. Then the wall. LaStella scores. Fowler's got a double. So they can't keep him off base all night. 38th time he's reached this year. 6-1.
He's had, the results can sometimes be misleading. He's had 5, or at least 4 outstanding plate appearances tonight, but only 1 one hit the show for it. This time, instead of lining it at somebody, hits it over their heads.
So Hoover, you know, in a spot where his team's already down, trying to work his ways out of his early season struggles, and he's given up 2 runs. Struggling as a pitcher would never be fun, but I would think as a short reliever, it's got to be extra frustrating. Because even if you throw the ball well in an inning, and I'm not saying Hoover has, but you give up a run or 2, it has to feel terrible.
Yeah, because you'd like to think you'd be able to go in there and get 3 outs without giving up any damage. I mean, obviously, you can't do that 100% of the time.
Is going to knock in another run as Fowler will trot home. And Jason could have pushed it, but no reason to here. So they've added on 3 runs here in the 9th, and it's 7-1. Five in the dugout. A reminder that WGN News starts right after the ball game.
Yeah, last night and tonight the Cubs have now had 5 innings with at least 3 runs crossing home plate.
Chris Bryant with a gapper. Here comes Hayward. It's a double for Bryant. 8-1. So a homer, a single, and 3 doubles in this inning.
Yeah, boy, his swing looks really good.
That will be it for Hoover. He cannot get through this inning. It's 8-1 Cubs, and we'll be right back.
4x for scenic routes that only you find scenic. For the great outdoors and the great indoors. For knowing boundaries are there to be crossed.
4x4 today, tomorrow, but never say
Jeep Cherokee. It's how we live 4x forever. Get 0% APR for 75 months or $2,500 combined cash allowance plus $500 bonus cash on 2016 Cherokee models.
Come home to Candlelight Inn, located in Sterling, Rock Falls, and Clinton. Whether you delight in our mouth-watering starters, delicious dinners, or our home-style meals, Candlelight Inn serves it up fresh every day. Try our delicious original or buffalo-style Chicken George, the hand-dipped delicacy that everyone is talking about. The secret's out. Fresh, quality, comfort food from Candlelight Inn, with 3 locations to serve your appetite. Sterling, Rock Falls, and Clinton.
That was me, Greg Majeski, over 40 years ago. I won a car when I was just 3 years old, back when a 3-year-old could win a car. I guess winning that car started a lifelong passion for cars and the automobile industry. I've spent over half my life in the car business. Now that I've gotten older, I find I want to use my knowledge to help people make smarter car buying decisions and get more for their money. Quality pre-driven vehicles from local people you can trust. Majeski Motors in Sterling, Illinois.
Do I win anything?
Veteran right-hander Ross Ohlendorf.
He's had his struggles as well with an ERA north of 8. 3-2, that's a lot of decisions for 7 2/3 innings of work.
I would agree.
From the lineup, he's got that old school windmill lined up. But he'll be in the stretch here with a man on second base. Ohlendorf out of Princeton University. Started with the Yankees. Pirates, Padres, the Nationals. Last year he was with the Rangers for 21 appearances. 27 more with the Rangers AAA club. Fastball, slider, and a changeup for Big Ross. Pretty good chance Ollendorf won't get a decision here tonight.
So that is now 4 of the last 5 appearances for J.J. Hoover. He's allowed multiple runs.
Of mistakes out over the heart of the plate in this inning. Maybe that's been the case throughout for him. Anthony's homered in 3 straight. Last year there was a stretch where he went deep in 4 consecutive ball games.
Cozart, and that will end the inning. 8 batters come to the plate. You may not remember this, but it was in this inning. Javier Baez led it off with a rope to left. It's 8-1, 3 outs to go.
Remains found on Big Island identified. Who he was and how long he's been missing. Then, McDonald's all-day breakfast. Will it stay or go? Tonight at 9 on WQAD MyTV 8-3.
Let's go ahead and track some of these showers that we have to our south and west. You can see some towns within the next 15 minutes will be expected from Keysburg all the way down into Little York. Otherwise, the Quad Cities looking nice and dry. Should get a little wet, though, sometime next hour or so.
Need help?
Oh, thanks.
Some people think because I'm from Crawford Company, I can solve any problem.
Oh, Julie, will you get my gloves for me, please?
But what we know best is providing Bryan Air Conditioning.
Hey, Mom, have you seen my baseball?
With no high-pressure sales pitch. With great products at a fair price, your problems are solved. Honestly, just call Crawford Company. Now let's finish up this bad boy.
Visit Crawford-Company.com for rebates on affordable air conditioning solutions from Crawford Company.
Lindstrom's in downtown Galesburg, your source for quality electronics and home appliances. Lindstrom's brand source has now added Serta mattresses, America's #1 mattress manufacturer. Serta is now on display in our new bed salon at Lindstrom's. Choose from Serta iSeries, iComfort, or Serta Perfect Sleeper beds. Our knowledgeable experts at Lindstrom's are here to help you get a better night's sleep. Find value with Serta mattresses at Lindstrom's in downtown Galesburg, your brand source headquarters.
TV that's easy.
You just push this button and the set goes on.
TV that's free.
24 inches of livid color.
TV for everyone.
How wonderful.
It's Antenna TV.
On WQAD 8-2.
Welcome back. All Cubs tonight. Added 4 to their lead in the top of the 9th. It's now 8-1.
Justin Grimm will come on here to try to finish things off in the 9th. He's pitched 5 times. This is his first appearance on the road trip. 3.60 ERA. He last worked in John Lester's last start against the Rockies, a 2-0 loss. Gave up a solo home run to Nolan Arenado. Arenado's second of the ball game.
Strike on Suarez. Yanks lead the Rays 6-3. They're in the top of the ninth in the Bronx. Nationals beat the Twins 8-4. Improved to 12-4. Cubs trying to get to 13-4. Indians edged the Tigers 2-1 on a couple of homers off Justin Verlander, Carlos Santana, and Marlon Byrd. Game at Comerica Park. Astros off to a bad start. They're down 5-0 in the sixth at home against the Red Sox. 5-11 on the year. And they just get Suarez.
Yeah, I saw a note somewhere this evening that the Astros are further behind the Rangers now than at any point last season.
5 games going into tonight. With 1 out. This is about as straight up as you'll see a defense play a left-handed hitter these days.
You can almost feel Votto thinking when he watches at bats.
And that ball hit him on the foot. Left foot. Back one. Freddie Benavidez, their first base coach.
We talked about Phillips' proclivity to swing at the first pitch last time he was up there, better than 60% of the time. Way above league average and significantly further than the number 2 on that list. He goes up there hacking. He doesn't swing and miss a whole lot.
To follow. Ground ball knocked down by Grimm, and he'll get Phillips. Votto at second, 2 outs.
Sure exactly where this got him. Well, he got him on the glove after he turned all the way around. That's pretty fancy there. If he had somehow managed to catch that and turn it into a double play, that would have been one for the ages.
Mesoraco with 2 outs.
Fastball. Snapping that leather. Mesoraco batting 135 now. He only has 1 extra base hit so far this year.
Russell. Cubs win again. 8-1 the final tonight. John Lester gets the victory. Offense doing its thing. Rizzo with another homer. Baez is on the board. Jason Hayward's kind of the only guy left to hit one out, but he's done a lot of other great things.
He'll get one tomorrow. Tomorrow will be his day. Just another beatdown. The Cubs, it was a competitive game for most of the game, but big blowout late, and they have now outscored the Reds 46-7 this year. That's 5 ball games. 9 runs per game. That usually is going to get you a W.
I would think so. So we'll have more coming up from Cincinnati in a moment.
Whenever Jake takes the mound, you kind of sit back and say, wow.
Before the game, I felt slightly off. Didn't really have crisp stuff.
He didn't have the best warm-up. There's either going to be 2 things to happen out there. He either has a bad game or he's going to have one of the best games.
Defense was sharp.
The 6th or 7th inning.
Everything was just kind of rolling.
We did it, and it was awesome. That game solidified that this guy's the Cy Young winner.
That just seemed to be my night to have something special like that happen.
Wednesday on WGN America.
While everyone else is resting, we're going to be running.
Underground is overdue and right on time. We need more shows like this.
Ain't no going back, not for any of us.
It rises to the challenge.
Now, I need to know now who's in, who's out.
Underground is not to be missed. Underground, all new, Wednesday at 9 p.m. on WGN America. Available on Dish, DirecTV, and Xfinity, or check your local cable listings.
There's a shelter pet who wants to meet you. Meet one today. Visit theshelterpetproject.org. Adopt. There's a shelter pet who wants to meet you. Meet one today. Visit theshelterpetproject.org. Adopt. There's a shelter pet who wants to meet you. Meet one today. Visit theshelterpetproject.org. Adopt.
Where's the love?
Where's the love?
Foster kids are our kids.
Chicago Cubs baseball has been brought to you by Southwest Airlines. Transparency, low fares, nothing to hide. Ford, America's best-selling brand 6 years running, inviting you to check out our fuel-efficient lineup at your local Ford store or at localfordstores.com. Mattress Firm, where we want you to sleep happy guaranteed. Remember, if it's over 8, it's time to replace. Your Chicago area and Northwest Indiana Lexus dealer. State Farm. Combine your car and home insurance with State Farm and start saving. Call your State Farm agent today or find one at statefarm.com. Honda. Get amazing deals at the Honda Dream Garage Sales event now at your Honda dealer. And by Budweiser, not backing down since 1876. This Bud's for you. We're back with you on WGN on Sunday afternoon, noon central, to wrap up this series here on WGN. Once again, our final score tonight, Cubs 8, Reds 1. Cubs baseball in high definition on WGN has been brought to you by Xfinity. Xfinity X1 will change the way you experience television. For JD and our entire crew here in Cincinnati, I'm Len Casper. Now the WGN News.
When it comes to orthopedic care for injuries, you want the best. Dr. Hoffman is an expert in total joints and sports medicine. Dr. Cobb has expertise in new, minimally invasive procedures of the hand and upper extremities. Dr. Dolphin is the area's leader in spine surgery. Dr. Mendel is a specialist for foot and ankle, total joints, and sports medicine. Orthopedic specialists will get you back in the game.
If you dream about a house for your growing family, Mel Foster is there.
Yeah, cool.
If you dream about a house big enough to host family gatherings, Mel Foster is there. And when your dream changes and it's time to downsize into a smaller home, Mel Foster is there. Mel Foster can make your home dream a reality.
A mechanic's client.
She flipped out on me.
Put him in a fix.
You got some nerve putting this on the internet. Beware of mechanics on meth. That's outrageous. She went to my children's school. Did you go to his children's school?
No, I did not. I called CPS.
Judge Judy.
Monday at 2 on WQAD News 8.
Back-to-back episodes of Jerry Springer starting at 1 p.m. Weekdays on MyTV 8-3 and Mediacom Channel 716.
Right now on WQAD News 8 at 9, a small school, big surprise. How much money the state of Illinois wants back after it overpaid schools and cities across the state. And casino construction will take you inside the new Rhythm City Casino, when it will open, and how many jobs it'll bring to the Quad Cities.
Now, live from WQAD, News 8 at 9 starts now.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us. I'm Megan Noe. Angie Sharp has the night off. Topping our news tonight, the Rock Island County coroner says the remains of 50-year-old James DePape were discovered near the Interstate 280 bridge last week. DePape was last seen by his family in June of 2014. A man searching for turtle shells on Big Island found his bones. Right now, there is no cause of death, and the coroner says foul play has not yet been ruled out. Illinois lawmakers accomplished something they haven't been able to do for months. They approved a short-term funding plan for state colleges and universities. The $600 million will keep schools like Western Illinois and Chicago State University operating through the end of the semester. The funding proposal also has nearly $170 million in tuition grants for low-income students. Governor Bruce Rauner says he will sign the bill as soon as possible. Because of the state budget impasse, many schools have been forced to make drastic decisions on how to pay their bills. Meanwhile, the Erie, Illinois School District is dealing with a big surprise bill from the state. Illinois wants to collect $435,000 from the rural school district because it overpaid thousands of taxing districts over the last 2 years. Now it wants $168 million returned statewide. The Erie district says there was no way to tell they were being overpaid. Superintendent Brad Cox says they got no warning or explanation.
If you were going to make a, what's the number they're using, $168 million mistake, wouldn't you think you would go to great lengths to explain exactly how that mistake was made?
I don't think it's fair because the schools are in such dire need as it is without the budget being passed, and they're waiting on money.
School leaders say Erie's strong financial shape should help them pay the bill, but the superintendent hopes the state's big mistake will be a wake-up call for change in Springfield. Well, hopefully you've got some outdoor plans this weekend as another nice stretch of weather settles in. Storm Track 8 Chief Meteorologist James Zahara is in the Weather Center tonight with our first check of the forecast. James?
Hey, Megan, yeah, Trish is going to be looking pretty good just in time for the weekend, and that couldn't be any better. I tell you, right now we have a few broken clouds still about the area. but no wet weather that we see on our storm tracker. Nothing really track or zoom in, so that's a good sign. Temperatures still aren't too bad. We're seeing readings right around 60 degrees with an east-northeast wind at 5 miles an hour. Once we get rid of this blanket of clouds, then our pleasantly cool air of the day is going to chill pretty quickly, but no harm, no foul, because we're going to recover in those numbers nicely heading into this weekend. Yeah, nice little warm-up. In fact, we'll tell you which day will be the warmest coming up in just a few minutes.
All right, thanks, James. The Quad Cities will see hundreds of new jobs as the Isle of Capri and Rhythm City open new expanded casinos in the coming weeks. Both casinos are hiring right now. In Davenport, the land near Interstates 80 and 74 has been transformed from cornfields to concrete. Developers are not only building a new casino there, but also a hotel and resort. News 8's Jim Mertens takes you inside with new details tonight on what Rhythm City plans to bring to the Quad Cities.
Right now, it's row after row of silent slot machines, all lined up and waiting for gamblers. It's about 60 days before the new Rhythm City Casino Resort opens, with the promise of more than just wagering on the line for a business hoping to cash in with vacationers.
This is a destination resort, and we're hoping it's more than a day.
The old downtown Davenport Riverboat Casino is a destination for gambling, but not much else. There's no hotel rooms, no entertainment venues, and the restaurant isn't a prominent part of the business. But that's going to change.
As the industry's matured over the years, it has really allowed for these type of developments to occur, which has done nothing but provide good economic development, great jobs and opportunities for everyone involved.
And right now that means jobs for 250 workers laying tile, finishing work on the ceilings, and all the other details needed to finish the $110 million development. That includes work on a steak and seafood restaurant, a casino floor that will offer slot machines and table games in both smoking and non-smoking areas, a high-end sports lounge, and more than 100 rooms, plus a couple of suites for high rollers, with windows offering views of the lifeblood for Rhythm City, Interstate 80.
As people not only from this community that come in, but also the folks that are going up and down the interstate, we want to draw them into our community.
Rhythm City says this construction will be a catalyst for Northeast Davenport, but it will also level the playing field as all three Quad City casinos become land-based hotel and entertainment complexes. And with that is the promise of more work after these crews are done with their jobs. The downtown boat had 250 employees. This new casino will have more than twice that number.
We have a tremendous amount of job opportunities for anyone that's looking, and we're always looking for some great people to join us.
Rhythm City is also hiring new casino workers. Every other week it holds what's called Dealer's School, and you can contact the casino for details. The Isle of Capri's new land-based casino is slated to open by July. Now to continuing coverage in a trial we've been following out of Nevada, Iowa. Testimony is wrapping up in the first-degree murder trial of Alexander Kozak, the man accused of shooting and killing a woman at Coral Ridge Mall last summer. The state offered testimony today that despite a lack of remorse and being antisocial, Kozak does not suffer from a mental condition. The defense claims he has multiple disorders that caused him to snap, killing Andrea Farrington. The state psychiatrist says most patients he treats with mental illness hurt themselves, not others.
He had no diagnosable psychiatric disorder. He had some vulnerabilities in being perhaps lower in empathy, the ability to appreciate how his behaviors might affect others, but he had no psychotic disorder.
Kozak did not take the stand in his own defense. Closing arguments are set for Monday. There's much more to come right here on WQAD News 8 at 9. Still ahead, remembering royalty, how the world is pausing to remember Prince just one day after his death. And a disturbing discovery, what one woman found in her meal from a popular fast food chain and how the restaurant is apologizing.
You're watching News 8 at 9 with Megan Noe. WQAD News 8 is sponsored in part by Genesis.
The Genesis Heart Institute has been named one of America's top 50 heart hospitals again. With the most experienced heart surgeon in the Midwest and highly skilled cardiologists, Genesis offers an array of breakthrough treatment options like minimally invasive valve replacement. Nationally recognized for heart attack care, our comprehensive heart program is unmatched in the region. Only one heart program tops the list for quality, innovation, and patient safety. Yours. Visit genesishealth.com/Heart Institute.
Luther Knoll in Bettendorf offers a friendly senior apartment community with the freedom you want and the conveniences you deserve. Rent is based on income with heat and utilities included. We offer seniors affordability and comfort with spacious apartments, elevators, noon meals, and more. Many sites offer service coordinators to personally assist you. Your small pet is welcome too. Call 563-359-1075 or check us out on the web at homesmanagement.com.
Just thought I should tell you that driving above the speed limit is an easy way to have an accident.
Hey, don't you know that distracted driving is the #1 cause of accidents in the U.S. today?
Hey, thousands of accidents occur every year because someone ran a stop sign.
Don't be that guy. Insure with us. Be safe one place. HCI Insurance, an independent agent representing auto owners insurance.
Come home to Candlelight Inn, located in Sterling, Rock Falls, and Clinton. Whether you delight in our mouth-watering starters, delicious dinners, or our home-style meals, Candlelight Inn serves it up fresh every day. Try our delicious original or buffalo-style Chicken George, the hand-dipped delicacy that everyone is talking about. The secret's out. Fresh, quality, comfort food from Candlelight Inn, with 3 locations to serve your appetite. Sterling, Rock Falls, and Clinton.
Oh, I know that you're all I need. Maybe one day we'll have a family. And when brown hair turns to gray, you'll still be beautiful to me. You're gonna marry me.
Cherish your memories with a to-be-loved diamond from Riddle's Jewelry.
Welcome back. Trending for a second night in a row is the music icon Prince. An autopsy was completed today, but it could be weeks before a cause of death is known. Prince died yesterday at the age of 57, but his music is sure to live on. Jeannie Moos has more on the superstar and the tributes now pouring in.
He took us for a spin with his music and with his style. When word came,
Prince has left us.
Aretha Franklin put it like this.
It's such a blow.
And the purple tributes started to rain down. Rest in purple. From the unknown and the famous. Madonna Instagrammed this photo. Katy Perry tweeted, and just like that, the world lost a lot of magic. The Apollo Theater changed its marquee in honor of the beautiful one, or as the media used to call him,
the artist formerly known as Prince.
Those were the days when he had surrendered his name for a symbol.
Can you tell us what it signifies? Me.
CNN even identified him on screen by the symbol morphing between male and female.
Let's say you're different.
As compared to what?
Nothing compared to Prince.
This is what it sounds like when the doves cry.
He wore his fame lightly.
I'm Prince. How rude of me. I haven't given you enough time to freak out yet. You may do so now.
Oh my God! His interviews were rare.
I don't look back much at all. I try to stay in the now and live in the now. No, I think it keeps you young.
And now he's died, relatively young.
At the age of 57.
He played the guitar as if it were a woman, and a woman as if she were a guitar. He even wrote his instrument. One of the more touching tweeted tributes was simply captioned, "When my teacher found out, Prince died." It's one of those days to just hold your head in your hands. Jeannie Moos, CNN. New York.
President Obama is in the UK, but says he started his day focused on Prince as well.
I love Prince because
He put out great music, and he was a great performer. I didn't know him well. He came to perform at the White House last year and was extraordinary and creative and original and full of energy.
The president says he listened to 2 songs, Purple Rain and Delirious, just to get, quote, warmed up before he had to leave for international meetings. People are McLoving McDonald's all-day breakfast. The fast food chain reported its sales and earnings for the first quarter today, and it easily topped Wall Street's expectations. Profits for McDonald's surged 35% to $1.1 billion. Same-store sales rose more than 5% in the U.S. and 6% worldwide. The company believes its all-day breakfast menu that was introduced late last year helped boost numbers in the U.S. While one fast food chain is surging, another is in the hot seat after a woman says she found a kidney in her meal at a North Carolina KFC.
I would be completely shocked that that would ever be in someone's food. Completely shocked.
I think you should notice something like that going into somebody's chickens.
This picture, posted to Facebook, has been shared thousands of times. It shows a box of what was supposed to be just chicken from a Denver, North Carolina KFC, but in it you can see something that just doesn't belong. KFC apologized and said the object is a kidney that may not have been removed during the prep inspection process. They added there was no health risk, but agrees seeing the object would be unappetizing. A professor in Galesburg is getting international attention for his study on creepiness. Knox College professor Frank McAndrew worked with a student on her senior research project in psychology. The goal, define and quantify what makes someone creepy. They surveyed more than 1,300 men and women between the ages of 18 and 77. The questions focused on the qualities or lifestyle choices that people might see as creepy, and you might not be surprised at what they found.
Not. The first thing we found out is that men are bigger creeps than women, and nobody that I say that to seems very surprised. But if you think about it, creepiness is all about being on guard against possible threat. You're not sure there's something to worry about, and men are just more threatening than women, right? Also, we found that we don't believe that creepy people know they're creepy, and we don't believe that they can change.
The study has already caught the attention of the Today Show, Vice.com, the Daily Mail in the UK, Conan O'Brien, and Discover Magazine.
Weather around the Quad Cities, not looking all too bad, especially temperature-wise, 61 degrees, but we still have that blanket of clouds around the area. A little hard to scour them out, but once they do, temperatures cool off, and then things look a whole lot brighter, warmer too. In the days ahead, we'll tell you how long that stretch is going to last right after the break here on News 8 at 9.
If rainwater is getting someplace it shouldn't, call the Basement and Foundation experts, Mid-America Basement Systems. We'll give you a no-obligation estimate to fix the problem permanently. Don't let water problems steal your home's value. Call today.
You know who drives one of these all-new Chrysler Pacificas? A considerate and caring father. I mean, with all these safety features, it says behind these sea blue eyes is a nurturer. I got an idea. And that's great for my dad brand.
You're so funny, Daddy.
I know I am.
Get 0% APR financing plus $1,000 bonus cash for current owners of FCA vehicles on the all-new 2017 Pacifica.
It's easy to shop at Corn Crib Nursery of Coal Valley. Choose from a large variety of quality plants, trees, shrubs, and accessories, plus an expert staff happily ready to share their growing knowledge. From annuals and perennials to landscape design, look to Corn Crib Nursery. Find the unexpected in our ever-expanding gift shop with new products arriving weekly. For all your gardening and landscaping needs, Corn Crib Nursery on Route 150 in Coal Valley. Grow with us. We're Team Teskey.
Teskey's has beautiful flowers. Flowers for sun, flowers for shade, perennial flowers that come back every year. Fill your yard with flowers from Teskey's and grow some vegetables. Who has everything you need to keep your summer beautiful?
We're Team Teskey.
Keep your summer beautiful. Teskey's, Bettendorf, and Moline. Teskey's, where homes come to life.
Harold's Furniture has something for every room.
So wait no more. Come in today and see all the great deals Harold's Furniture has to offer.
They have everything you need to create new and exciting looks to any room in your home. What better way to spend your income tax refund than with beautiful furniture from Harold's? Today's the day to brighten your dining room, bedroom, or living room.
We're more than just great prices. We're a complete furniture store that keeps you in mind. Harold's Furniture in Rock Falls.
Mama, I'm hungry. Where are we staying tonight?
I don't know yet, baby. We'll figure it out. We always do.
Victory Center Ministries is a nonprofit rescue mission in the Clinton and Quad City area. We offer the perfect gift for the man or woman who has nothing. With your help, we provide rooms, classes, and meals in hopes of transitioning individuals back into the real world.
I told you it'd be okay tonight.
Help your neighbor by making a donation. Call or go to victorycenter.com.
A dirt crawl space can take money out of your pocket and let mold, mildew, and pests into your home. The Clean Space system seals your crawl space, cuts heating and cooling bills, and protects your health. Call Mid-America Basement Systems today for a free inspection and estimate.
Now, meteorologist James Sahara and Storm Track 8 weather.
Well, it sounds like I'm going to have to get out and mow my yard this weekend. There are no more excuses to keep putting it off.
And you looking forward to it?
You know, maybe.
Really?
The first time is kind of nice.
I got to write my address down. I'm going to give her my phone and my address. You come on over.
Right.
Well, a lot of people are going to be taking advantage of this weekend's weather, that is for sure, Megan. Let's go and take a look at the current temperatures that we have across eastern Iowa and northwestern Illinois. Upper 50s that we have mainly just north and east. From around Monticello all the way down into Princeton, Galesburg around 59, Burlington as well. A few spots we're seeing still temperatures around the lower 60s, and a lot of that has to do with those scattered clouds. But we're going to eventually get rid of those clouds overnight, and whew, that's where temperatures begin to cool off big time. Low 40s, mid 40s around Galesburg, Macomb, a little farther north, Savannah, Maquoketa, Galena, maybe around upper 30s. Could be seeing a little touch of frost out there, but if you already put down your spring plants, they're going to be just fine. Not going to get damaged whatsoever. Should set the tone for a nice bright Saturday and some slightly warmer numbers. Daytime highs, Sterling Rock Falls to Clinton, Maquoketa, points northward will be in the upper 60s. Walcott around 71, Muscatine as well, 70 in Silvis. In fact, either at or above 70 degrees, south and east of the Quad Cities, from Princeton westward into Mount Pleasant. 71 degrees I see in Aledo and Galesburg, Monmouth. Oh, good looking day in the Quad Cities. Also looking at a daytime high of about 71 degrees. This is by far the brightest day that we see, and we expect our Saturday temperatures to get even warmer as another weather system will be pulling on in, helping to kick those winds more out of the south. Right on its heels is another weather system poised off to the north and west. These two actually are going to kind of do a 1-2 punch as far as unsettled weather is concerned. Yeah, this is definitely going to bring in some showers and thunderstorms back in the forecast, and not just around the Midwest, but across our local area as well. So let's kind of time each of them out here. Taking the first one out, going from Saturday morning at 8 a.m., I'm going to move this clock all the way to about 5 on Sunday. And we see some activity out to the west, but ahead of that, system coming on in, a good brisk, I wouldn't say brisk, a very breezy southwest wind that's going to really jump our temperatures from upper 70s north of the Quad Cities to temperatures maybe in the lower 80s just south of the Quad Cities. So looking very nice indeed. Of course, we're seeing that area of activity out to the west. We're going to keep an eye on that. That's going to be an area where strong to severe thunderstorms will be popping up on Sunday evening for the western half of the Hawkeye State. There is a level 2 risk of severe weather from Des Moines, Omaha, and points southward into Kansas City. We're going to have to keep an eye on that because eventually that line will be making its way around here. The question is, what's going to be left of the line? Well, move the clock all the way to the wee hours of the morning on Monday, around 3 a.m. Not much going on. That's good. That's a good sign. Still a little bit off right now. We have still more models that will update this, but any thunderstorm coverage by the time it gets here will be very limited indeed. However, though, we're going to have to keep an eye on our next weather system. There's the first one. Here's the second one kind of spitting about. We'll move this again. And that's the area of low pressure we're going to have to really watch because this has the potential of producing more severe weather by next week for areas around the nation's midsection and right near the Quad Cities. Target date for us if everything works out, actually could be on Wednesday evening. But the track is going to be the key as far as the level of severe weather that we could potentially see. A very cool night, low around 42. Come tomorrow then, beautiful spring day with a high of 71 degrees. Near 80 on Sunday. Here comes that first wave of wet weather, just scattered about. Quiet day on Tuesday, and then we'll monitor that weather situation on Wednesday. In fact, we could be seeing another trend of some active weather too heading into the following weekend. But that's the following weekend. That's a trend. So let's enjoy this weekend. How about that?
All right, give me your address and I'll get to your lawn, I'm sure.
Oh, this is going to be a grand day.
Now you're excited. All right, thank you, James. It was a perfect day for kids to get their hands dirty as well. To celebrate Earth Day, master gardeners from the Iowa State University Extension Office helped the kids from the YMCA dig around in the dirt. Volunteers worked with teachers to plant a garden for each age group, and today was the first day for planting.
Gardening is also a really great way to teach kids patience. They have to work together on a project and they have to wait many months in order to see the fruits of their labor.
The kids will care for the plants all summer and then harvest the vegetables this fall. And coming up on WQ80 News 8 at 9, candidate comparison. Why one Republican says his opponent and Hillary Clinton are eerily similar. Your Voice, Your Vote coverage is just ahead.
Storm damage to your home turns your world upside down. So when disaster strikes, what do? Call Midwest Complete Construction. We're here to help make repairing your home easy on you. We work with you and your insurance company. We'll be at your home within a day, walk you through the process, and stay with you from beginning to end. Call us to check for storm damage and for your free assessment. Midwest Complete Construction, building relationships one home at a time.
Hey Kevin, how about this for the theme for our next commercial? Unbelievable prices, best in the Quad Cities.
Go for it.
Oh, how about this one? Unbelievable selection of mattresses and bedroom furniture.
Yeah, I love it.
Oh, I've got it. How about unbelievable comfort of our mattresses? Kevin? Unbelievable.
Factory Direct Mattress, 5401 North Brady Street in Davenport. Unbelievable prices, selection, and comfort.
Pain doesn't care who you are, what you're trying to do today, or what time it is. It wants your attention all the time. We care what time it is. It's time to get your life back. Pain Centers of Iowa offers the most advanced interventional techniques available to help you manage your pain. Get relief. Get it right the first time. No referral is necessary. Call to schedule an appointment for your personalized pain relief program with locations in Davenport, Coralville, or Burlington. It's your time. Give us a call.
Clint's Pizza is now Clint's Draft House Pizza and Grill. Still the same delicious roasted Henny Penny chicken and still the same great hand-tossed pizza. Clint's Draft House is now open on 7th Street in Moline. Grab your friends and experience our new location. Enjoy food and drink specials every day of the week. Play a game, relax on the patio, have dinner, and unwind. Clint's Draft House Pizza and Grill, now open on 7th Street in Old Town Moline. Clint's Draft House. Stop in for a bite and a pint.
I don't know if you know this, but Illinois leads the country in dog bite insurance claims.
Don't be that guy.
Carrying too many things can lead to a slip and fall.
Don't be that guy.
Careful! Home injuries are serious when falling from a ladder.
Don't be that guy. Insure with us. Be safe one place. HCI Insurance, an independent agent representing auto owners insurance.
If you've been injured in an accident, tell them you mean business. Call 800-800-5678. Hupy and Abraham right now.
Come join us for our 3rd annual Racing Festival, Hills of the QC, hosted here at the Blackwatch Room in LeClaire, Iowa. To sign up, go to livefitwithlupus.org.
Tonight's Your Voice, Your Vote coverage. The presidential candidates are crisscrossing the country. New York behind them in just 4 days until Super Tuesday 4. News 8's Christina Laurie is here with the latest in the race to the White House.
Hi, Megan. There are two races going on right now in the presidential race, one for voters and the other for delegates. Donald Trump needs about 390 more delegates to clinch the nomination. Right now, he has almost 850, while Ted Cruz is in second with 560 and John Kasich trails with 150. Republicans need 1,237 delegates to win their party's nomination. Hillary Clinton is leading the Democrats with 1,930 delegates. Bernie Sanders is trailing with nearly 1,200. Democrats need 2,383 delegates. Meanwhile, Clinton is vigorously campaigning on the East Coast as voters go to the polls in 5 states next Tuesday. But while the Democratic frontrunner often criticizes Sanders for his record on guns, she's currently taking a new, softer approach on her opponent.
Please, please make comprehensive gun safety reform at the top of your list, and make sure that you are voting for people who share that commitment.
Clinton said that during a Connecticut roundtable on gun violence today. She only mentioned Sanders once, signaling a switch from her direct attacks on him ahead of the New York primary. Sanders, on the other hand, continued his standard compare and contrast style at 3 rallies today.
I opposed all of these trade agreements. Secretary Clinton supported virtually all of them. That is a major difference between us.
Also attacking Clinton and a group of others is Donald Trump, who has called out everyone this week except for Sanders. Yesterday, Trump told a crowd that they can choose between himself, quote, Lion Ted, and also, quote, crooked Hillary. He added that Cruz and Kasich have no path to victory, but today, a change in tone. Trump advisors met with top Republican officials, trying to convince them Trump is ready to work with the Republican Party and evolve past the divisive primary and focus on the general election instead. But then Trump said this.
The system is rigged. The voting is rigged. The whole deal is crooked, 100%, almost as crooked Hillary. It's a crooked deal. And that's why you have a case where I go in and win with the vote, and these guys go and they buy delegates. They buy them dinners. They send them to hotels. The whole thing is a sham.
And for better or worse, the Republican National Committee says they will not make any changes to their convention rules this year. They met yesterday in Florida and agreed that any changes would only fuel charges that the RNC is playing favorites. Trump was never mentioned by name in the meetings, but sources say he was the implied subject of Republican Party members' concerns. Megan.
Thanks, Christina. Still ahead on WQAD News 8 at 9, new look, old poodle. A stolen dog is reunited with its family, but it's gotten a dramatic makeover. The unique style it's now sporting, just ahead.
WQAD News 8 is sponsored by Pleasure Pool and Spas.
Pleasure Pools and Spas.
Save like never before at our floor model clearance sale. Every pool table, every shuffleboard, bar and bar stools in our showroom. Now at fantastic savings. Hurry in to Pleasure Pools and Spas, Davenport.
4x for scenic routes that only you find scenic. For the great outdoors and the great indoors. For knowing boundaries are there to be crossed.
4x4 today, tomorrow, but never say
Jeep Cherokee. It's how we live 4x forever. Get 0% APR for 75 months or $2,500 combined cash allowance plus $500 bonus cash on 2016 Cherokee models.
From the essential to the helpful to the just plain fun, Kitchens in North Park Mall, Davenport has the utensils or gadgets you need to complete your culinary ensemble. Whether head chef or cooking at home, we have the kitchen tools you're looking for in our wide selection. Come see our newly open floor plan and enjoy our gourmet coffees while you shop. Kitchens has great gifts for family and friends and that special something just for you. How did you ever get by without the gadgets from Kitchens in North Park Mall, Davenport?
Life is complicated. TV should never be. TV should be easy.
At Galaxy One, your local Dish authorized retailer, our goal is to make it easy on you. TV that's easy on your budget and your lifestyle. Cut the complicated cable and ease into Dish with no surprises. We'll explain it all up front, find the right package for you, and install your state-of-the-art system with professional, thoughtful service.
Ask us about special discounts that may be available. Let's make the choice easy. Switch to Dish.
Galaxy One.
Dish authorized retailer.
Are you looking for high-quality furniture for your office? Our selection of new and gently used office furniture gives you the best value for your dollar.
As a business owner for a lot of years, you have to look at your bottom line and where you stand. And I think that's a great part about All Makes is that they can take care of the guy that's just starting his business and have good used stuff, or they can take care of the people that have been in business a while and sell them great new Han furniture.
All Makes Office Furniture, just off the I-74 bridge in downtown Moline.
Stop down and see me or give us a call.
You're on the go every day, working, playing, and simply living your life. Maintain your lifestyle and continued health with Art Chiropractic Center, your first choice in chiropractic care. Art Chiropractic Center on Middle Road in Bettendorf.
Pleasure pools and spas.
Now is the time to get the spa you always wanted at our floor model clearance sale. Save big on every in-stock spa, plus 36 months same as cash. Hurry in for best selection. Pleasure Pools and Spas, Davenport.
Finally tonight, a Texas family says they're overjoyed to have their toy poodle Teddy back 5 weeks after she was snatched from their home in San Antonio. But now she has a new look, bright pink ears and a matching tail, and her fur is shaved off. One of Teddy's owners thinks whoever took her tried to disguise her because they knew people were looking for her. Teddy's family even hired a national service that issues Amber Alerts for missing pets. A neighbor who got one of those Amber Alert calls saw Teddy outside a home that was just a few blocks away from where she was taken. That neighbor then reunited Teddy with her family, pink ears and all.
I think it's a good look.
Yeah, your dog might look good with pink ears too, you think?
I don't know, it's a he.
Maybe not.
It's a he. I don't know about pink. Maybe some other color.
All right, fair enough.
Weather this weekend is going to be a winner, that's for sure. Full sunshine come on Saturday, 71. Warmer on Sunday. That's going to lead us to showers and thunderstorms that night. More active weather, though, going into next week, especially come Wednesday.
Sounds good. Thank you for watching News 8 at 9. We'll see you back here tomorrow night.
You're watching WQAD News 8.